Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live for Germany against Portugal in the UEFA Nations League semi-final. Big game. It's a big opportunity for Liverpool fans, if you're a Liverpool fan like me, to get our first proper look at Florian Wirtz as a Liverpool player, which he very much is, believe it or not. He is. I'm telling you, it's done. It's done and dusted. He is going to be a Liverpool player in the next 48 hours, I would imagine. It's pretty much done. It's pretty much wrapped. We're just waiting on those little final details and the Fabrizio Romano, here we go, and all that nonsense. It's all pretty much done. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing Florian Wirtz tonight. I'm led to believe he is starting. I think he is starting for Germany tonight. So Florian Wirtz, Diogo Jota as well for Liverpool, if you're a Liverpool fan. But this isn't all about Liverpool, of course it's not. Germany against Portugal. Big game, two great teams. One of them will go through to play either will either play France or Spain in the final. And we're watching France v Spain tomorrow. So yes, we've got loads of good games on over the next few weeks, starting with these two over the next couple. We're obviously going to be doing the World Cup qualifiers as well. Andorra in England, Wales, Liechtenstein, Finland against the Netherlands. We've got the European Under-21 Championships coming up. We've got the third place playoff and the UEFA Nations League final, whoever it may be between. We'll have to see how the next couple of days unfolds. But look, we've got loads of footy coming up. This one is live on Amazon Prime, if you are looking to watch it. If not, then you can obviously watch along with us right here. But we are going to be watching it on Amazon Prime. I think it's pay-per-view. I think you have to buy. I don't know. But you have to buy it anyway. But I'm going to be watching that on Amazon Prime. And as always, a massive thank you to our sponsors on this channel, Match Bingo. Match Bingo are sponsoring the Premier League Dad channel and supporting our growth as we continue to become the most watched, the most subscribed watch-along channel. We're taking over the world, one watch-along at a time. The Finnish League and the Icelandic League included. We're doing them all. So yeah, listen, we're on a streak of, well, I mean, it feels like months. We've done at least one game every single day. I'm going to try and keep that going for as long as we possibly can. One live watch-along every single day. That's some going. Yeah, listen, really appreciate all the love, all the support from you guys and from Match Bingo. Match Bingo are helping us grow, and they are a fantastic new app. If you've not heard of Match Bingo and you like a bet on the footy, I'm absolutely certain you'll love Match Bingo. They're fantastic. Everything that you'd love about a bet on the footy, and all that combined with the fun that you would associate with a game of bingo. You buy a bingo card, and I'll talk you through this every single time because it really does help. I really didn't know quite what I was getting myself in for, but then I downloaded the app and you can see you buy a bingo card, you get 15 random events that can take place during a game. And it'll be things like a corner to Germany or a free kick to Portugal. And as those things happen during the game, it marks it off on your bingo card. So you get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, prizes for a full house. There's over 10,000 Match Bingo players across the UK, and it's growing really quickly. They've paid out over 200 grand in prize money already. And yeah, they're a fantastic, innovative new app. I think they're a way of approaching the whole, a bet on the footy. So go and try them out. You can click the link in my description, or you can scan the QR code, which is on screen throughout tonight's game. And yeah, let me know what you think. I've got my bingo card ready for tonight anyway. So right, let's get everything set. I've got to try and get my Amazon account logged in and pay-per-view. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. This we did 20 an hour and 20 before kickoff. We've got time. So yeah, so you'll have to let me know what you're thinking for tonight. Let me know what your thoughts are on the old Germany-Portugal game. Yeah, forgive me. We will have a slight delay while I try and log into the correct Amazon account. Right, there you go. I thought I was logged into that one, but it's not that one. It's a different one. It's my wife's one that I'm logged into, and I need to be logged into a different one. Right, there you go. That's what we wanted. There you go. We're underway now, I think. Anyway. I hope. Right, that should work. Honestly, it's an absolute nightmare getting all this set up just before kickoff. We will get to some of the news that's come out today. This feels like there's loads of news again. Every single passing day we do these watch-alongs, and every time I log on, I'm like, there's been loads of news that's happened today. We've got Michael Carrick sacked as Middlesbrough manager. What do we make of that? Michael Carrick, he's been manager at Middlesbrough for a few years. There was a lot expected of Michael Carrick. You know, there was rumours that at one point he would maybe be the next manager for Manchester United. He'd started very well at Middlesbrough. But yeah, I don't know. He's obviously not quite worked out. I don't know why it's telling me this. I'm getting issues with Amazon Prime for some reason. Oh, right, now that might work. Okay. Maybe that works. Maybe now it works. If that literally works now, that's the worst thing ever. That's all it took. I literally just had to tick that box. Amazon, you've had an absolute nightmare there, because I've literally just sorted that in. It's absolutely unbelievable. Right, anyway, so we're live. We've secured access now. I've got the right Amazon account. We're on. We're watching. We're live. We're going. Sorry. I had an absolute nightmare start to it. Amazon Prime was telling me that I didn't have a payment method attached to it, which I definitely do. My wife is, if she's anything like your wife, she orders a lot. She orders a lot of crap from Amazon. Deliveries every 5 minutes. And, yeah. And they said there was no payment method attached to it. There definitely was a payment method attached to it. And all I had to do was literally just go on and tick a box. Literally just a little tick box. And straight on. Unbelievable. And it was all done there. So we're all now live. Amazon, if you've lost other customers due to that, you need to check your processes. Right, let's get going on TikTok as well now. What's going on? Why is it doing that? Right, Germany versus Portugal live on TikTok. Right, let's get going. Come on. Let's get it going. That should work now. Maybe, baby. Okay, Pure Loyalist going for the Portugal victory 2-1. Pure Loyalist, I'm nipping out for cigs and a few buds for the game. Be back shortly. Nice, no worries, man. No worries, take your time. We'll still be here. We'll still be here, don't worry. Ollie Chambers, now then, mate, how's your life going, mush? Still wonderful, Ollie. I hope your life's going good too, mate. Yeah, really, really good. I'm actually, I wasn't going to share this with you necessarily, but I am going to share it with you. I don't know if any of you remember, if you've been on the channel for a while, you might have remembered that my dog's been poorly. I've got my little, I've got a dachshund, I've got a sausage dog. He's been very, very poorly. We've been worrying we might have to make a sad decision for him, and thankfully, it looks like he's getting better. It looks like he's on the mend. So really chuffed with that. I've had some good news today, so I'm bouncing. I'm really excited. I'm really loving life a little bit at the minute because I've got good news about my little dog. So yeah. And if you're soft like me, and you've got a dog and you have to put him down, it's the worst thing. It's honestly so bad, and I've never had to do it, and I couldn't bear the thought of it. He's like my little son. He's like my little boy, and and thankfully I don't have to, at least for some time, think about that because I think he's going to be okay. Pure Loyalist away. The missus hasn't got any excuses to go out during the game. Nice. Preempting it. I like it. Preempting it. Razine, mate, how you doing? Big game we got here. What's your thoughts on this and the predictions? I think this will be a crucial game. My prediction is 2-1 for the Germans. Gnabry and Wirtz scoring. Wirtz MVP as well. Wirtz, first look at Wirtz tonight for the Liverpool fan, isn't it? The first look at Florian Wirtz as a Liverpool player. That's what we're looking at. Ollie, pure loyalist, I'm cushy, bro. Love it. Love it. Random videos. My dog died. I loved her so much. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'm so honestly, it is. I can't imagine the people that have had to do it. Can't imagine the people that have had to do it. And I know, some people will say, I do think society's a little bit split on that. There's some people who, it's only a dog. It's only a dog. Like, what's the matter with you? Stop being. Honestly, I have been heartbroken for the last couple of weeks. I have been How I've been managed to come on these lives and have a laugh and a giggle. You guys have been getting me through it. I've got to be honest, but it's so mad. It's so mad how you can just get through it. But yeah, hopefully he's going to be okay. Pure loyalist, great news regarding your dog, mate. It's hard losing a pet. It is, absolutely, yeah. Ollie, I love my dogs, me. It's awful when they have to get put down. I've got 2 dogs, me, bulldog and a chihuahua. Bloody hell, that's a busy house, innit? Random videos, yes, they really are. They absolutely are. Totally agree with that. Callum, finally a decent game. 4-0 Germany. You think it's going to be that big? Wow. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me just catch you up on the old TikTok chat. 1 second. I'm not ignoring you. Just trying to get everything set up, ready to go. Clay 19, how's it going, Clay? Good to see you, man. Abs. So Roy Evans never won a League Cup. Oh Christ, you've been waiting, haven't you? You've been waiting for a while, you Chief. Jake, evening all. Evening, Jake, as always. Good to see you, man. Alfie, why hasn't the lap been fully announced? I don't know. Maybe they're just hanging on and trying to get it all done in one fell swoop with another signing, maybe. Aston King, what time's kickoff? It's 8 o'clock, mate. Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff. Adam464AD, can any fines and points deductions undo all the damage City caused? No, I don't think it can, That's a good point. I don't think it can. I am of the opinion that City have not only cost, they've damaged. Well, I'm not going to say. If they're guilty, if they are guilty of what they are allegedly guilty of, then they will have damaged football irreparably for a very, very long time in this country. And I think it's, you look at Liverpool fans, you look at Arsenal fans, and the fans who've missed out on titles. You can't give that back. And you know what? And City fans probably won't really care because they'll have had their moments, haven't they? They've won a treble. They've had and no one's going to take that away from them. No one's ever going to take that away from them. So they're not going to get stripped of titles. They're not going to get stripped of things and trophies and all that. They'll get a points deduction. They'll get a slap on the wrist, I think, and that'll be it. They'll be back. Razine, Callum, it's true, but still, the streets will never forget Jamaica versus Trinidad. Ollie, pure loyalist, that's awful, bro. I had loads of dogs, me, but I had to hunt them down because they were so ill. I had this greyhound, she had seizures, the lot. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, it's awful. Josh, we will win. Yeah, well, I think... Oh, who will win, Josh? I think we'll see Germany win tonight. Yeah, I am backing Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, I think. Alfie, are Chelsea signing Mannion? Chelsea have already got a number of keepers. I'm not sure why they would be signing Mannion. I really don't know why. Abs, City will win, otherwise I want a full Sky Sports payback. I don't think they will, I think City are going to get... They are going to get the punishment. They are going to get a punishment. I just don't know if it's going to be fully on everything. Do you know what I mean? Chimey, good to see you, man. Sorry, it's quite a big game tonight. It's Germany against Portugal. It's not it's maybe not one you'll be interested in having a little flutter on. GR7, what channel is the game on today? It is on Amazon Prime, mate. Sassicello, from 1 out of 10, Reinders to City. What do you think? It's 10. It's done, isn't it? Do you mean 1 out of 10 in terms of how good he'll be or how likely it is to happen or what? He is absolutely going. Yeah, he's done. Reinders will be a City player, and I think he's going to be a good signing for them. I actually think Reinders is a better player than Nico Gonzalez. Yeah. I think so. I think he's a lot more in the Rodri mould, isn't he? He's a lot more in the Rodri mould. Yo, name a random National League team for a career mode, please. National League team. Southend. Do Southend. Why not? Southend just got beaten in the playoff final. That'd be a good one. Abs or Sky got to pay me back for the false league. They said it was the best in the world. Well, I know, but you can't say that. You can't claim falsehoods like that. You what about Everton? Everton got points deductions. Forest got points deductions. There's other teams got slaps on the wrist over the years and broken the rules and bent the rules, and you know you can't say that because teams have bent the rules, therefore you aren't entitled to pay what you agreed to pay. Haley, hi. How can you watch Germany v Portugal? You can watch it on Amazon Prime, mate. Yeah, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. J-Sibs, okay, they are my team's rivals, but I'll still do them. Okay, well, we'll do. I mean, if you want to look, let's do a different one then. Let's do. Who would we say? What about Halifax? Isn't the stuff still going on with Halifax? Wasn't there loads of stuff with Halifax? Just stream it. Who just stream it? You can stream it. You can stream it on Amazon. That's how I'm doing it. Watch it on Amazon Prime. Razine, mate, apart from Salah, who is worthy for the Ballon d'Or? I think Rafinha deserves more than Yamal, but Dembele's situation will depend on Club World Cup winners finish, just my opinion. I really do think that if it's not Salah, it probably should be Yamal. Just because of how unbelievably well he started. I can't see it being Dembele and I can't see it being Rafinha. Maybe I'm wrong, I just can't see it being either of them two. I don't think either of them two deserve it, really. Jeremy, Nations League predictions tonight. Tonight's match and tomorrow's. I think it's going to be Germany 3, Portugal 1 tonight. And I think tomorrow night it's going to be... I think Spain pinch it. I think 2-1 Spain against France. It's going to be close, that one, though. France is going to be a good game. Spain-France tomorrow night. We're going to be doing that one as well. We're live for that tomorrow. But I think Spain just pinch it tomorrow, and I think tonight it's going to be Germany. So Germany-Spain final. Probably the best two teams in world football. First opportunity to look at Florian Wirtz tonight for Liverpool fans who maybe haven't seen as much of him. First look to see him, up close and personal with he's a Liverpool player. I don't care what anyone said. He's a Liverpool player, pretty much. Ethan, yo, have you seen our kits have been leaked? I haven't. No, I haven't. How you doing, though, Ethan? Good to see you, man. Chimey, all's well, pal. Hope you're doing well as well. Data on so I don't miss anything while driving. Nice. Love that. Murray Kieran, what's your thoughts on Borough sacking Carrick and who do you think we'll bring in? I'm really surprised by that. We was talking about Michael Carrick getting sacked, just before we started on TikTok. I'm over on YouTube as well right now. We were talking about YouTube. Talking about Middlesbrough sacking Carrick. I'm really surprised. How do you feel about it? I assume you're a Middlesbrough fan. How do you feel about it? He's had 3 seasons. I know he hasn't quite taken Borough up. But his star was rising, wasn't it? There was a time where Michael Carrick was considered like one of the next great crop of young English managers. You're happy he's gone, but it's who we bring in. Right, okay. Well, I wonder if maybe it's time for maybe something slightly different. I mean, look, I know English coaches get a hard time, but I think in fairness, I don't think it's due to a lack of opportunity. I think English coaches haven't really pulled up trees in many years for in the Championship and stuff. So maybe it's time for an overseas coach for Borough, maybe. Hey, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan. Hey, but we talk about everyone on this channel. We are live watching Germany, Portugal now. We do live watch-alongs every single day on this channel. So that's what we do. So if that's your thing, then give us a follow, get over to YouTube, give us a subscribe, Premier League Dad, and good to have you in the chat either way, man. 1 second, let me catch your Pink Pineapple. Good to see you. How you doing, man? Legend. Hope you're okay. Yeah, you too, man. Carrick time. Our Spurs just waiting to sack Ange. I'm really, really disappointed with the whole Ange Postecoglou thing. I really thought he'd stay. I'm still hoping that he does. I think he's the right person for Spurs. So I'm really hoping he stays, but I think he's gone. Bobby LSC, how's it going? Good to see you. Jonathan Woodgate and his brother have gone too. Oh, okay. Borough fans want Danny. Oh, yes. Now that could make sense. The former Sheffield Wednesday manager. I just wonder. I'm trying to think who would be someone that would maybe would suit Borough. Let's have a look. Because if we've seen managers come over to the UK. I mean, Andoni Iraola came when Bournemouth were in the Championship, didn't he? So I think there is a world where Borough could sign, a manager with maybe a clear philosophy, a very clear philosophy. There's obviously rumours about Russell Martin going up to Rangers. I don't know how accurate that is, or if he's actually signed yet, but Rangers to me is, I think they're too big for Russell Martin. I don't think that's an appropriate position for him. So Russell Martin to Borough, that could work. Steve Cooper. See, Steve Cooper, is he not a bit? I don't like Steve Cooper. He's okay, but it feels a bit Chris Wilder. Do you know what I mean? It feels a bit Chris Wilder. Abs, why did Steve Gerrard get the Rangers job? Well, I mean, you could say the same about Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick got the Middlesbrough job. Frank Lampard got the Derby job, and these because these are top young players or top experienced players who then become managers, they tend to get it based on profile. So Gerrard got a big opportunity. So did Lampard. So did Carrick. And it's just what you do with those opportunities, isn't it? And Carrick's not taken his. Rob Edwards would be a good shout, Mary. Yeah, Rob Edwards would be a good shout. Abs Rangers are bigger than Borough. I would agree with that. Yeah, and that's why I was saying. I think if Russell Martin's going to Rangers, I think Rangers need to be targeting a bit bigger than that. I think Rangers need to be looking at far bigger than Russell Martin. So therefore, that maybe Russell Martin isn't going to Rangers. I'm surprised that Rangers haven't gone back for Stevie Gerrard, if I'm really honest with you. The one and only Man U to win the Premier League 25-26, mate. That's some going. Sorry, Jake, I've just seen that you've sent them gifts, mate. Sorry, I feel incredibly rude. Sorry, Jake. Thank you very much for sending them through, my mate. Top man. I appreciate that. I've literally, because it's not showing up on here, but it's just showed up on here. So thank you for that. Very, very much appreciated, as always. Rangers, who's faster, Dembele or Mbappe? I don't know. Kanate is the fastest in the France squad. Yeah, Kanate is the fastest in the France squad. So maybe Dembele, I would guess. Don't worry about it, Key. Sorry, I was going to say, I felt incredibly rude then. I was like, I've just seen that pop up and I've seen it twice and I'm like, he must be thinking to himself, what an absolute arrogant piece of rubbish on my shoe. So no, mate, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really sorry. AK, what time's the Portugal game at? It's kicking off at 8 o'clock, mate. 8 o'clock, you got an hour. Mary Kieran, what about Sean Dyche? I don't think Dyche goes down to the Championship. I think he goes down to... I think he goes to another Premier League team. and he's probably not in any rush. The thing is with Sean Dyche, because he's got such experience at keeping teams up, as soon as there is like a team that's in danger, it's like break glass in case of an emergency. Sean Dyche is the Sam Allardyce of the modern day, isn't he? It's if a team's in trouble this season, I guarantee you there'll be a team that comes to Sean Dyche in January or February who are down the bottom end of the Prem, and he'll just go, listen, I keep teams up. Proven track record of keeping teams up. How much is it worth to you to stay in the Prem? And I want a big, big bonus. Because he did it with Everton, he'll do it again. And he'll just say, nah, you're all right. I'm fine. I'll stay where I am. I'm happy sunbathing for a bit longer. Sean Dyche will end up at Leeds. I agree. So yeah, I think Leeds, Burnley, maybe back at Burnley, maybe I don't know. Maybe Sunderland. I don't know. There's a lot of clubs I think would look at a Sean Dyche again. Maybe Wolves. Maybe he goes and has a look at Man United if it's not going all that well. Mary Kieran, Tom Cleverley. Anthony TRFC, what game are you watching? We're watching Germany against Portugal in the UEFA Euro Nations League. United fan here. Your thoughts on United going for Mbeumo? I think he's a very good signing if United get him, but I can't see him getting. I can't see him getting him. If Fernandes stays, I can't see him staying. I can't see him getting Mbeumo. Well, how do they fit Cunha, Fernandes, Mbeumo, Ahmad, Mount? You know, it's so tough. Anthony, it's on Amazon Prime, mate. It's on Amazon Prime. 1 second, let's catch up on the old YouTube chat. Jaden Rees-Thompson, 2-1 to Portugal. Nice. Ollie Chambers, have you seen how much Man U will? I've seen how much they're willing to pay him. Yeah, it's 250k a week, is it? And he was on 50 grand. Yeah, he's on 50 grand at Brentford, so it's like 5k. Bruno, see that? I know, but that's a bad idea, isn't it? Reveal clothing. That's a very bad idea. Bruno playing in that sitting, deep lying midfield. That's a bad idea. That's not where he is. That's a really bad idea. We don't give players over 200 now in this new structure. Well, allegedly that's not the case. That's not the case. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Talk normal, stop talking with your Liverpool mindset. What do you mean, my Liverpool mindset? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Look to my Liverpool mindset. Mount won't play. No, I know he won't play, but what I'm saying is if you've got two there behind the centre forward, whoever the centre forward's going to be, I can't see you getting a centre forward then. If you've got Cunha, you've got Mbeumo, you've got Bruno Fernandes, you're now talking about you're going to put him out of position. He's been crap when he's played in that deep lying too. Bruno Fernandes is one of those number 10s, isn't he? That's where you get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. How are you putting Bruno Fernandes in a deep lying midfield position? It's a waste. It's a waste, and it's not going to help United. It's not going to help him. Pure loyalist, we don't want Russell Martin. I agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Rubes, when you come out. Like, well, you know, when I'm good and ready, Rubes. Ahmad will play right wing back. Bruno will be a squad player next year. No chance. No chance. He's the captain. He's the captain. We should have taken the money for Bruno. I think Man United were pushing the move for Bruno. I really do. I actually think, if I'm really, really honest, I think Bruno has dug his heels in and said, I'm not going. Because he alluded to it after the Europa League final, didn't he? He said that United might have decided that actually I'm more valuable to them away from the club. So I think that's what's happened. I think Man United have got a whisper from Al Hilal that look, we'd be interested in him, and Al Hilal have said they'll pay 100 million. Bruno, United have gone, oh yes, you'll well have a bit of that, no problem. And then they've tried to facilitate that deal, and Bruno was never up for it really. He's gone and he's had a conversation with them, or his agent has, but I don't think for 1 second that Bruno Fernandes was ever really interested seriously in a football, from a footballing perspective, I can't see how he was ever interested in going there, ever. I think he's gone there to have a chat, to almost to protect his interests, in case that happens again in future, in case it comes out again. aka the club have come out and said they wasn't pushing him. Oh, right, okay. Well, that must mean they weren't pushing him then. If the club have said it, then that must mean that then. B-Dog, have you heard anything? No, I haven't. Abs, it was a one-time offer. Again, yeah, you don't know that, and that's not how football works. Reinders to City, good, very good move. Very, very good move. Ethan, Kee, can you have a look at the leaked kits for us on Google for your opinion on them, please? For Southampton's leaked kits. Yeah, go on, I'll have a look. Same with Salah. Yes, Salah, his agent, has allegedly met with them, but he was always very clear that he didn't want to move. He's never, ever, ever intimated that he wanted to move. And I think that was the case for Bruno. Yeah, I don't think Bruno wanted to move. But Liverpool weren't pushing for Salah to leave. Liverpool have never really been interested in selling Salah. We've always wanted him to stay. Abs, did Bruno say different? No, he said he didn't want to go. Again, you're a United fan, so you're going to say that, aren't you? You're going to say that. And this is the nonsense that the club push. And this is the club. The club have come out and said they didn't want him to leave. Yeah, all right, yeah. Because 100 million for a 31-year-old, that would represent exceptionally good business. What do you mean, well, same thing with Salah? What does that even mean? You're talking nonsense. You're talking nonsense. Joshua, who will win? I think it's going to be Germany, Joshua. I think it's going to be Germany. Bruno will go if a top team in Europe came in for him. Exactly. I think if Bayern were coming in, then it'd be different. But if Bayern came in, the price would only be maybe 60 million, wouldn't it? It'd be 60 million for Bayern. Tops. Absolute tops. Finn talks ball. Love your page, bro. Sit, keep killing it. Thanks, Finn. Appreciate that, mate. Really, really do appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you to say. Thank you. He is nowhere near semi-par. Who said he's semi-par? United would be buzzing if they got 100 mil for a semi-par. Oh, sorry, I just saw Reece said that. I mean, I don't think he's top class, but if they got 100 million for a 31-year-old player, that's excellent value, and it's money that Man United cannot turn down. Let's be very, very clear about that. Let's be really clear that Man United would have looked at £100 million for Bruno and gone, you can't turn that down. That's insane. Especially in our financial position. We need that money. We need it. £100 million for Bruno is insane value, because to anyone else, he's maybe 60 million quid. Reveal, it would never happen, but would you take Bruno at Liverpool? No. Bruno doesn't get on Liverpool's bench. Bruno doesn't get on Liverpool's bench. How well do you think Liverpool do next season? Says I think we'll win the league. I think we'll win the league again, only based on where we're up to now. I think there's still chance. I mean, we've got to see what City do. We've got to see what Arsenal do. We've got to see what City and Arsenal do. But so far, Liverpool have definitely started the summer the strongest. So there's still time for it all to change. But right now, I would say Liverpool are favourites going into the league next year. I think that's fair to say. Most would agree with that, wouldn't they? Jim Ratcliffe got more money than Fenway Sports. What are you on about? he might have more money in terms of assets, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's got more liquid cash, and that's what really matters, isn't it? 31 in September, Bayern Munich are not paying that money. They're not, are they? Exactly. They're not paying 60 million for him. Abs, why has Jim Ratcliffe got more money than Fenway Sports? Because he's been successful in petrochemicals in his life. Fenway Sports have been better in sports. They've been better at running football clubs, which evidently is proved with how they've run Liverpool and the Boston Red Sox. And they are a very, very good ownership group. United need 100 million to cover some of their circus stadium they're building. HL, if he doesn't make your starting 11, he's 100% making your bench. Well, he's definitely not making the starting 11, put it that way. Liverpool don't really play with a number 10. We don't really play with a number 10. And I don't think he makes that midfield 3. I really don't. I just don't. Liverpool's midfield is all about legs and energy, and he doesn't have that. Bruno Fernandes doesn't have that. So, I look at it and I think, well, okay, Bruno Fernandes I mean, look at Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher talked about this the other day. They were talking about it. They said Bruno Fernandes, he literally, he's like a headless chicken on the pitch. He's trying to do everyone's job. He's here, there, he's everywhere. He's like Jamie Carragher called him the best player in the schoolyard. He's trying to do everyone's jobs for him, and it ends up to the detriment of the whole team. He's a liability. He's a liability. Ricky, if you watch the United stand, Ricky of the United stand said that Bruno Fernandes was Man United's worst player. That was in January. There was a load of other United fans who were saying, prominent United fans saying, sell Bruno, sell Bruno. He's a liability. They keep throwing up this assist. Look at all the goals and assists he gets. Yeah, half of them are against Victoria Plitzen and Barnsley and Bodo Glimt. And the other half, it's from, literally, he takes all the corners, all the free kicks, all the penalties. The guy's got to get decent numbers. Got to get them. JW, Prem boring nowadays, support your local. Reveal clothing, come on Bruno, defo makes your starting 11. He really doesn't. There's no way Bruno makes Liverpool's starting 11. I will not concede that. Bruno, I don't think there's a Liverpool, I don't think there's even I don't think he makes Arsenal's. I don't think he makes Arsenal. If it's Bruno or Odegaard, it's Odegaard, isn't it? Luciano, have you ever kicked a ball, lad? There's one there. You see it over my shoulder? Right there, cocker. JW, exactly why you should watch games and not look at stats. Exactly. And listen, if the top pros, if Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher are saying this, the top pros are saying this. Bruno Fernandes, liability, headless chicken. Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher. Harvey, can we see a Leicester City t-shirt? Maybe next year. Brett, hello mate, have you seen the news on Coventry have got for the pre-season friendly? Yeah, Betis. It's really cool, that, isn't it? Yeah, Betis at the Cov Stadium. It's quite cool, that. 1 second. Ollie and Burmo. Oh, sorry, Ethan. By the way, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm at work training. Sorry. Okay, no worries, Ethan. Let me just double check. I'm up to date on the old YouTube chat. Scott McTominay's better than Bruno. Well, he's certainly had a better season, hasn't he? Certainly had a better season. Bruno is shit. As a Liverpool fan, you should love him. I like him being at United, yeah, for sure. And I think this is the thing. United fans are actually quite gutted. I think now. There's a lot of United fans who are actually devastated the fact that Bruno's staying. They were gutted at the idea of him leaving. And now he's like, oh yeah, but we get 100 million for a 31-year-old. They finally come round to the idea. And he said, nah, I'm staying. Now they're all upset. Now they're annoyed. They're absolutely gutted that he's staying. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Odegaard over Bruno every single day, says Reese. JW, Scholes is United as well. So you can't blame bias. Exactly. Brandon, Bruno isn't the key. The system, he's just been thrown in a crap system. But Dom, on the other hand, is a key with his pressing and more. Yeah, I mean, if it was Bruno or Szoboszlai, it's not even close for me. Dominic Szoboszlai is unbelievable going forward. Like, absolutely unbelievable. He's essential to everything that Liverpool do. It doesn't always equalise in assists, but very, very good player. Scholes and Carrot also threw shade on Caicedo and Furley, in my opinion, was spot on about Bruno, though. So was Roy, yeah. Brett, I'll be there, lad. Love a bit of Spanish football. Very strong team with some very good players. Nice, like it. AM, news on Wirtz. Well, Wirtz is I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's signed. And he's starting tonight, I'm led to believe. Let's just double check the old lineups. Got 45 minutes to kick off, so we can talk through the lineups now. Let's see what we're dealing with. Lineups, Germany, here we go. Ter Stegen in goal. Anton, Tah, Koch, Kimmich, Pavlovic, Goretzka, Mittelstadt, Then it's Sané, Voltamade, and Wirtz up front. And then for Portugal, it's Costa, Mendes, Inacio, Diaz, and Neves. Then it's Bernardo Silva and Ruben Neves in midfield. Pedro Neto, Bruno Fernandes, and Trincao. And then it's Ronaldo up front. Cristiano Ronaldo up front. JW. Love that. Absolutely love that. Rob Johnson, love Bruno. He's amazing. I think there's plenty of United fans would disagree right now. They'd be quite happy to get shut of him. Reveal. Thoughts on Sancho going back to United due to wages at Chelsea? Again, that's another thing that doesn't suit United, does it? Really doesn't suit United. Absolutely don't like it. I mean, he's a player who... I think there's a bargain there for Jadon Sancho. I think if let's say, I mean, I'd be amazed if he didn't go back to Germany. I think that's where he's going to end up, isn't it? He is going to end up at Germany. But I think United probably end up paying him off. I think that's what Sancho's looking for. I think Sancho almost certainly gets a payoff from United and gets released on a free. I think they'll say to him, listen, we'll pay you up, and off you go. And he'll leave United on a free transfer. Severed contract. It's the best thing all round because there's no club going to take him on the contract that he's on at United. So he'll then leave and he can go and negotiate a signing on fee elsewhere. I think there's a good chance he would end up at a German team. Maybe, I don't think he goes to Dortmund, mind, but he could go back to the Bundesliga, or maybe he goes to a lower league Premier League side. Because there's a bargain there with Jadon Sancho. He's still only 25, Jadon Sancho. We know there's a player in there. He's just a bit of an head the ball, isn't he? Just a bit of a head case. If you can get him right, if you can get him performing, there's a player in there. There is a player in there. So it's a little bit frustrating. Rubes, Madrid coming to Newcastle for the Cellar Cup. Ethan, Fred is better than the midfield of United, and pure loyalist. 100 million, I'd be packing Bruno's gear. Rubes, you love... Listen, hey. Now, stop with that. Ethan, have you seen it yet? The league kit's the third, and the home ones are the beauty. I've not had a look at them yet, mate. No, I will have a look. But yeah, I can't see Sancho going back to United. I think he does get released. And I think what ends up happening is maybe he goes to... I wonder if Everton would take a look at him. He seems like an Everton player, doesn't he? Abs, United can't pay his contract out and then he signs for another club. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. That's exactly what they can do. I mean, it might not be what happens, but it's certainly on the table, isn't it? It's certainly been discussed. JW, he just reckons he's class and deserves a lot of money. Well, he's got it, hasn't he? He's conned United into that already. Hi, there was talks about Leverkusen, weren't there? I know, but Ten Hag's there, isn't there? Ten Hag is at there. Is at Leverkusen. David, I'm backing for a Germany v Spain final. Me too. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen too. I think Germany go through tonight. Tomorrow, Spain, France. That's going to be tight, but I do think Spain just about do it. Yeah, I think they just about do it. Be a great game though, won't it, tomorrow night? I think tonight will be a great game. Really good. Brandon, what do you think happens to Rashford and Garnacho? Rashford, I think... I think his bridge is burnt, hasn't it, at United? He can't stay at United. It's sad, but I think that's maybe where he wants to be, but I don't think he gets another opportunity under Ruben Amorim. I think if he had a bit more cojones about him, he might actually look and go, do you know what, this fella's not going to be in a job in 6 months. If I stop around, I'll train with the reserves. I'll come back, I'll train with the reserves. He's on £325,000 a week. He isn't going to get anywhere close to that anywhere else. If any other club buys Marcus Rashford, Man United are going to end up paying probably the remainder of his contract. Whatever the club, but let's say some club pays 160 a week for him, 160k a week for Rashford. That's the contract they agree with him. United are probably going to end up paying Marcus Rashford 160k a week for the next 3 years. It's insane. I just can't see him doing it. So I think what's more likely to happen is that he stays. And Rashford might take a hit. He might take a hit on his salary if the right club comes in for him. Like, he'll take a hit for a Barcelona. Barcelona wanted him. I think he would take a hit. Barcelona doesn't come in for him if he's being pushed to I don't know, an Atletico Madrid or a Juventus. Maybe still top teams, but not quite up there. I think at that point he's saying to United, okay, look, I'll go. If they'll agree a deal with you, I'll agree a deal with them, that's fine. But you're paying the remainder of my contract. I'm not losing out to go there. He'd be right in saying that, wouldn't he? He would be right in saying that. So I do. I think Rashford holds all the cards. He holds all the cards. And he'll get the deal that's right for him. I actually think he's far more likely to stay at United than leave at this moment in time. Jake Pike 96, I still think Rashford goes to Arsenal. Said it since Villa didn't get Champions League. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a world where he does end up at Arsenal. Yeah, there is a world where he ends up at Arsenal. Whether or not, it's so complex, and it's because of the numbers that United have given him. 325k a week is unsustainable for any team. They can't pay it. 325k a week is ridiculous money. And he's not going to give that up either. Why? The only wages that Marcus Rashford reasonably gets anywhere else is half that. Unless he goes to Saudi. He isn't going to get half that. He's not going to half his wages. United can force him. No, they can't, Abs. No, they can't. You're playing too much footy manager, son. You don't know how it works. There's no way they can force him. He'll sit there and take his 325k a week. Hey, I reckon Rashford could make a move to Napoli. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Reveal clothing. United messed up with flops, giving them too much money. Now we're stuck with them. Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's exactly that. You bang on the money, mate. Daz Reynolds, is Wirtz playing tonight? Also, is Jota playing? Wirtz is playing. Jota is on the bench. Yeah, Wirtz is starting. It's Wirtz on the left of a front three with Voltemade and Sané. So we've got half an hour to kick off. Half an hour to kick off. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. Who do you support, mate? I am a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan, but we watch everyone on this channel and we talk about everything. We're talking about United right now, but we talk about everything. And we watch multiple teams. We watch all sorts of teams, all nations, all club teams. We do at least one live watch along every single day on Premier League Dad. On TikTok, YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. Did I say Twitch? Yeah, either way. Do you think the price tag would affect... Oh, sorry, one sec. Brandon, also, I do not get how Man United fans want Bruno to stay. They need to build a team, not have one... Well, there's some United fans who want Bruno to stay, but I think the vast majority have become accustomed to the idea now that he's going to leave for 100 million quid. And now that he's decided he's going to stay, they're all a little bit annoyed again. They're all a little bit frustrated. Reveal clothing, do you think the price tag would affect Wirtz? Well, apparently there's a Ballon d'Or clause in it. Now, I know there was a Ballon d'Or clause in the Anthony Martial deal. So, I mean, that's not always a sign of whether... But it does, I think, show a sign of the player and the agent's attitude and their standing and maybe how well they believe they are, how good they believe they are as a player, or how good they believe they can be. So, no, I think once you reach that level, I think Wirtz is a top player, and there's not many players that have such a fall off. I mean, we've seen it in recent years with Dele Alli, with Jadon Sancho, who we've just been talking about. Players who were at that top level and just completely fell off. I don't see that happening with Wirtz, but we don't know him. We don't know him personally, we don't know him emotionally, we don't know what he's like, but players very rarely do have that sort of a fall off because of the emotional and mental resilience it takes to even get to that level. He's a top player. We've all seen that on the pitch, haven't we? We all know how good he is on the pitch. Top player on the pitch. And that takes some mental resolve as well. So, I don't think that it would. I don't think the price tag would affect him at all, no. Rubes, is Sancho a right winger? He's played mostly on the left for Chelsea, but he can play right wing as well, and he's also played in the 10 occasionally, but mostly he's left. That's where he was played in the Conference League final. Hey, what do you think the score's going to be tonight? I think 3-1 Germany. 3-1 Germany, I think. Ben, good to see you, mate. How's it going? Cunha and Burmo will soon do the same. 250k wages. Who else is dumb enough to pay that? Never learn. That's true. Alex Macklin, Vert's watch tonight. Absolutely. Vert's the first real look. Jake Pike 96. Surely Ronaldo doesn't make the World Cup next year, right? I think he does. He's still a top player, Cristiano Ronaldo. I know he's 40, touching 40 or whatever, but he's still a very, very good player. A very, very good player. I know, mate. I've clocked it. Don't worry. I'll sort it. Kirkes, unbelievable. Alu, Germany or Portugal? Who's winning it? I think Germany, mate. Let me know what you're thinking, though. Abs, Rashford in a World Cup year. He will leave. Well, maybe there is the factor that it's a World Cup year. That is a factor. But you've also got to remember that... 1 second. Yeah, you've also got to remember... that... How do I remove that? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, so... the thing with the World Cup year, right? The thing with the World Cup year is that Rashford, it'll be about who blinks first. Marcus Rashford, United will be saying to Marcus Rashford, look, you've got to leave. You've got to leave. It's a World Cup year. And he'll be going, well, yeah, but you need me to leave. You need me to leave. You can't have me sat here on 325k a week. So United need him to leave just as much as Marcus Rashford wants to leave. So there's got to be a deal done there. Marcus Rashford will look and say, all right, fine, I'll leave. I'll go. I want to go. No problem. But I'm not going halving my wages. You are having a laugh. You've agreed to pay me 325k a week for the next 3 years. So why would I leave? Why would I leave? You're absolutely having a laugh if you think I'm leaving. No chance. I'll leave if you're covering the 325k a week. That's it. Reveal clothing. The price tag definitely affected Darwin Núñez, though. I don't think it did. No, I don't think it did. I think Darwin Núñez... I don't think the reason Darwin Núñez hasn't excelled isn't his price tag. I don't think it's that at all. I think Darwin Núñez has been unlucky in many senses. I still think he's a very, very good player. I don't think he's necessarily a 75, 85 million pound player, but he's a very good striker still. And I think he could go somewhere else and become a top striker again. But I don't think he's short of confidence. Not necessarily, anyway. I think it's more that when he has scored, when he has done really well at Liverpool, he's had moments. The managers have taken him out. Klopp took him out. Arne Slot took him out. I think he's also had red mist moments as well. You got to remember that in his first season. He first came to Liverpool and he had a couple of games where he started scoring, doing well, and then he headbutted Joachim Andersen and got sent off, and it cost Liverpool the game. The stuff like that with Darwin Núñez, just stupid moments with him. I don't think that's necessarily anything to do with the price tag. I think he's got a lot of self-belief. Brandon, is João Neves playing right back tonight? Well, that's what it said on Flash Scores. I don't think it necessarily is going to be that way. I guess we'll see. Louis, best player right now in the Prem is... I don't know who that is. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in Mbeumo. Mate, he's on 50k a week. He's getting 250 a week. United are basically offering him Saudi money. United are offering him Saudi money. That's what it is. That's the only reason he's going to United. Saudi money. 50k a week to 250k. It's silly. You can't turn that down. Jay, title race next year. Who's in it? Liverpool, Arsenal and City. I can't see anyone else. Alex Macklin, Kirkes is unbelievable work by Edwards and Hughes. Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel about Madrid getting such a steal on Trent, basically free? Yeah, it's good signing for him, isn't it? Yeah, really good signing. Abs, Liverpool team is Salah. Abs, United can pay Rashford 160 and another club pay the rest. Still a saving. Yeah, but you're saying it like United aren't getting ripped off there. If United pay Marcus Rashford 160k a week for the next 3 years to play for someone else, do you think that's good? That's good. That's madness. But they're going to do it. They're going to have to do it. That's the position that they're in. Emiliano, auf geht's Deutschland. Yes. Well, we'll be watching him tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Come on. Florian Wirtz. Here it is. Russell Martin confirmed Rangers manager. Wow. Philip Malak, can I ask, is it going to be just talking or live stream the match? No, we can't live stream, mate. The channel would get banned. So there is no live stream. We are just going to be doing the watch along, and I'll be watching it and I'll talk you through it. Alex Macklin, Rashford will go to Barcelona. Again, there's a possibility, but United will have to do the deal. United will have to do the deal. The only way that it works is if it suits Rashford. That's it. The only way. You know, Rashford has said he wouldn't turn down playing for United again. Exactly, yeah, and that's it. That's another thing. I do think that Rashford would like to stay at United in an ideal world. And again, if I said it earlier, if he's got a bit more cojones about him, he might even think, do you know what? This fella's going to be sacked in a few months. Amorim's not going to be around. A new fella comes in, I might be able to get back in the team. Charles Tor, good to see you, mate. Prediction for today's game. I think Germany 3-1. I think there's going to be goals in it. Germany 3, Portugal 1. That's my take. Abs, all clubs are a business. Every saving matters. It does, but I'm sure they'd be hoping to cash in a little bit more, and I just don't think anyone's paying. Nobody's paying 40 million to Marcus Rashford. They're just not paying it anymore. They're just not going to pay it. Thank you very much, Jake, again. What a guy. Emiliano, it's only Nations League, but I am nervous. Reveal clothing. Can we all appropriate Vitinha's performance in the Champions League final? And he couldn't make Wolves start in 11. It's true, isn't it? Yeah. So then it's a saving. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a saving. It's a saving. But it's not a saving. It's not a saving, really. It's the same way as if you sell Anthony and you sell Sancho or whatever. If you cut Sancho loose, which again is a possibility, that's not a saving. You could say it's a saving in the wages, but it's a loss because you signed him for 80 million quid. So the wages that you would save, you're probably going to lose with the loss on the transfer fee, with the book value. But whatever. Like you say, I don't think Man United are a well-run club. I don't think anyone would argue they're a well-run club. They're pretty awfully. They may be the worst-run club in the country and have been for many, many, many years. So you're out here fighting a lone battle, Abs, to say that United are doing things well. Ethan, I'm tempted to beg for you to have a look at our kits, but I'm DBI to do it. Mate, I'll have a look at the kits. Jesus Christ. Southampton kits. Sweet Lord. You're like a puppy, Ethan. Southampton kits. Let's have a look at them. Jesus Lord. Leaked kits. 25, 26, home, away, and third kits leaked. Home kits. Wow, that is retro. Okay, I like the home kit. Don't like the third. The away's okay. The away's okay. That's very vintage. The home kit I quite like. But there you go. Yeah, Jack Stevens in the home kit. Nice. Oh, here we go. Who's this rat again? Yeah, rat's flying into the YouTube channel trying to promote all sorts and spammers. Spammers! Get rid of him. Abs club spend fees over 5 years. No, they don't. Not all the time. Again, that was the negotiation with Cunha, wasn't it? It's not always over 5 years. Emiliano, I'm not fearing Ronaldo. I fear Vitinha. He could be a very big problem for us. I think there's a lot of them. Neves is in there as well, isn't he? Neves is in there. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of quality in both teams. Harley, thoughts on Burmo coming to the best team in the world, Manchester United? Well, he's not just yet, but if he does, I'm very surprised. I'm very, very surprised. Manchester United signing a player they don't really need. And Burmo, Cunha, Bruno, It's an odd setup. It's not really a centre forward in there, is it? So I'm puzzled really by that. Do you think clubs pay 80 million over in cash? That's not the case. 80 over 4 years. Well, it might have been 80 over 4 years, but it doesn't matter. You still have to pay. That's my point. It's amortised over that period of time. But it doesn't always work with that with every player. It's not always over the length of the contract. And even still, if you sell him or sack him off now for free, if you release him, you still have to pay that 80 million quid. Jim Ratcliffe was saying you owed like £300 million on transfers you've basically already decided aren't good enough. It's an absolute... Honestly, it's the worst run club going. It's the absolute worst run club going. Jim Brailsford stepping down. Right, okay. Reveal clothing. Where will Grealish go as he cost City 100 million? Waste. Well, is he a waste? I'm of the opinion that he went there and they won the treble and they've won a lot of things. You'd look and say, well, he hasn't got assists, he hasn't got goals, but he's been a big part of the team, hasn't he? So I don't know if he'd class him as a waste, but where will he go? Rumours about Spurs, rumours about Everton, even rumours about Man United as well. Maybe not so much now, but yeah, Grealish to Man United. If you believe Richard Keys said that Man United were very, very interested in him. Ethan, I can beg for shit sometimes to say an Oggs' habit and I want to get out of it. Mate, don't be silly. It's alright. I was only winding you up. Right. We have 20 minutes to kick off. 20 minutes. Newcastle for Grealish. Okay. Newcastle for Grealish. If on the left-hand side, that might work if Anthony Gordon goes. And that might work as well, given that Luis Diaz might be going to Saudi. If Luis Diaz goes to Saudi or to Barcelona, Anthony Gordon goes to Liverpool, maybe that would work, wouldn't it? Grealish to Newcastle. I wonder. Right, I'm gonna go and get a quick drink. I'll be back in literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. Right, okay. Let's talk. Edward, what's your thoughts on Pep Linders joining City? He's another snake. He's not a snake. I don't think he's a snake. To me, it doesn't really make much of a difference what Pep Linders is doing. I don't really mind. He's got to get a job somewhere, hasn't he? We can't hold him forever, can we? He was our assistant manager, and he's got to get a job somewhere. So why wouldn't he go and get a job that's probably the best number 2 job available in world football? I've no problem with him going there. Emiliano, who do you want to win, Germany or Portugal? I think I want Germany to win. Yeah, I want Wirtz. I want to see the Wirtz show. That's what I'm looking for here. I don't think we'll necessarily get it, but I'm hoping he does put on a real show. Reveal clothing. I think City will be Liverpool's biggest challenge next season and not Arsenal. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think it will be. Liverpool and City. Arsenal, I just don't think if they get Zubimendi. Is Zubimendi really an upgrade on Thomas Partey? I think that's a downgrade. Yeah, I'm not sure about Zubimendi. I'm not sure on Zubimendi. But yeah, Zubimendi, Partey. Oh, Jesus Christ. How many of these are coming in? Do you want to see the amount of spam we're getting on YouTube? Yeah, Zubamendi coming in, I don't think is really a good fit for Arsenal. So I'm not really concerned about Arsenal next season unless their signings absolutely fly, through the roof. They start doing unbelievable signings, then I'll be a little bit more concerned. But up to this point, no, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. How many times do we have to block these? Right, there you go. That's better. Right, keep me updated in the chat if we get any more spam bots in. North Waves, top 10 predictions team next year. Top 10. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle, Spurs, Brighton, Brentford, Forest, Bournemouth. I think that'll be about it, won't it? That'll be about 10. I might have done 11 there. Sorry. Emiliano, have you ever travelled to Germany? I have been to Germany, yeah, but I've only really been through it. I've been a couple of... we've not really stopped in Germany. Yeah, we've not really stopped in Germany. Reveal Clothing. Heard Real Madrid are looking at Zubamendi. Yeah, he's basically flirting with Madrid now, isn't he? He's basically told them to leg it. Real Madrid. It's funny. It's very funny. David, what channel is the Germany game on? It is on Amazon Prime. The Real Donut, JG7. Daily reminder that Huddersfield have more league titles than Tottenham. Okay. Jude Close, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Yeah, Liverpool fan. Edward, if we do retain the title, do we start saying Slot's better than Klopp? I guess up to you. I wouldn't say that Slot. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be difficult. That'd be a tight one, wouldn't it? You've got to look at the managers based on where they came in at the club. I still think Gerard Houllier and Rafa Benitez are massively, massively underrated as Liverpool managers. Gerard Houllier revolutionised the whole club. Be yourself, Dylan. What time's kickoff and is Ronaldo playing? It's 8 o'clock, and yes, Ronaldo is playing. He's starting at centre forward. Aston King gives a little bet for the Nations League game tonight. Wirtz to score or assist, Germany to win. Get on that. Bing Bong, do you think United will get top 8 next season? United, I don't think finish in the top half next season. No. Not with the signings they've made so far. Maybe that'll change, but with the signings they've made, I don't think they get top half. No. Cunha and Mbermo. I don't think that doesn't change anything for me. They still need a goalkeeper. They still need at least 2 centre-back. They probably need a wing-back. They need 2 central midfielders. I think they need a wide player. They need a centre-forward. It's still going to be a problem for them. And Mbermo, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes behind a good centre-forward, fine. Yeah, that's not a bad little setup, that, if you can go. But that would mean him switching to 4 at the back. And he's not going to do that. He's going to stick with 3 at the back and the wing-backs. So I don't think United get top half, no. I think United sack Amorim probably around Christmas to January time, and then they go through the same cycle again. Scrum Down Live, evening Key, got 4 match bingo cards tonight. Cheers, James. Thank you very much. Let's block the old... Abs, I think Aston Villa will win the title next year. I think you're alone in thinking that. Reveal clothing. United definitely finished top 6 with no Europe. I don't think that makes much of a difference. I really don't. I don't know why it would make a difference, to be honest. Zachman, yo, how are you today? Good to see you, Zachman. Yeah, good to see you. Really good, mate, thank you. Very, very good. Abs, I think Slot will be out by Jan. He got lucky taking over a winning Klopp team. Yeah, it was a really, really lucky break, wasn't it? It was a very lucky break for Arne Slot. He's a pretty poor manager, actually, in the grand scheme of things, isn't he? Not like a real, stalwart like Ruben Amorim. Someone you can really hang your hat on. I mean, not everyone could have took over a side that finished 8th and won the FA Cup and got him to 15th, and all the fans love him to bits. So he's doing well, isn't he? He's doing very, very well. Modric is going to AC Milan. Yeah, Modric to AC Milan. What do we think of that? Everyone thought he might be going to Swansea. That was all change. Alex Macklin, when do you think the Wirtz and Kirkes deals will be done? Imminently, mate. It'll happen all in the next 48 to 72 hours, I would imagine. King Sloth, United thinking of doing midweek friendlies is a joke. They're not going to do midweek friendlies, mate. They're not going to have the squad to do it. They're not going to listen. United didn't. The argument that they win, they get in the top 6 because they don't have Europe is an absolute myth. It's nonsense, and I'll tell you why. The reason that United didn't finish higher in the league and didn't do well last season isn't because of tiredness. It isn't due to injuries. It's because they're crap. It's because they were crap. They were really poor. They couldn't finish the chances. They didn't create enough chances. They defended poorly. They made lots of mistakes. They got outran in midfield. And that's not due to tiredness. That's because their midfield is comprised mostly of players 30 and over. Eriksen, Bruno, Casemiro. These aren't players who've got legs. King Sloth might not have the squad, but Big Jim needs the cash. He does need the cash, there's no doubt about that. Well, I agree with you right there, no problem. Definitely. Nick Nah, good to see you. How you doing? How is Sane? 29, that's mad. Nick Nack, some mental comments on TikTok. Yeah, no kidding. Hello, mate. Nemanja Vidic, how's it going? Good to see you. Really good to have you on the chat. Jade Oil, where can one watch this? You can watch it on Amazon Prime, or obviously you can stick with me. And we'll be chatting through it as we go along. I've just tried to put it on, but it's just we want to watch it live, not resume. Watch live, please. Thank you. It's not free. No, it's pay-per-view. I think you have to pay. You have to pay something for it. I don't know what it is. How are you doing? I'm doing really well, mate. Yeah, really good. Hope you're doing well too. Nick Nack, because they're crap, spot on. Occam's razor, they call it the simplest explanation. Exactly. The simplest explanation is usually the right one. Absolutely agree. Could not agree more. Shortest distance between any 2 points and all that. Carl Donkin, as a Sunderland fan, I know we won't stay up, but what percentage chance do you give any promoted team? I think, I've had a bet. I'll level with you, Carl. I've had a bet with someone on this channel. We've talked about the team staying up next season. And I really do think that at least one promoted side will stay up. I've got a good feeling about Burnley. I don't know why. I think one promoted team will stay up. I do think one will stay up. I've got a feeling about Burnley. And percentage chance, I think Sunderland... It's still too early to tell, isn't it? It's still really too early to tell because we need to see what the teams do over the course of the summer. That's it. I think we need to see what the summer months look like. Zachman, what is your Mount Rushmore of strikers? Oh, now that's a good one. I would say Suarez. What's my Mount Rushmore of strikers? Suarez. Henry. Suarez, Henry, Ronaldo, Batistuta. And I was very close to putting Romario in there. Sky saying no contact made to Bournemouth yet. Very confident of signing him though, mate. Bournemouth have said they want 40 million quid. There's a deal to be done there. Yeah, there's a deal to be done. Bobby Boy, what channel's the Germany game on? It's on Amazon Prime, mate. Richard, thanks PSG. I'm a Juventus fan. Emiliano, are England games free in England? Because here in Germany, our games are free. All right, okay. Well, in England, yeah, usually they are. In England, usually they're broadcast on what we'd call terrestrial TV, so you know ITV or whatever. So yeah, they're usually on there. Reese, of all the teams, you picked Burnley, mate. Well, Burnley, I don't think Burnley are the best team of the three. I'll say that. I really like Sunderland. I think Sunderland have got some really talented young players. We're already seeing that with Bellingham leaving. I love watching. I think Mayenda's great. I love Chris Rigg. I think Ballard at the back's done really well. I know Luke and I's not young, but I like Luke and I. I think Dan Neil in midfield's terrific. Isidore, question marks, and I'm not sure how Lafay adapts to the Premier League, but they've got some talent. I just think they need some experience in there. They're a little bit raw, Sunderland. Leeds, I think, are the better team of the three. Of course they are, but I just think the manager and the setup is all wrong. Danny Farker's not a top Premier League manager. I don't think neither Scott Parker. I understand. What I'm saying is, I don't think Danny Farker could keep Leeds up. I think they're far too naive, whereas I think Scott Parker last season had Burnley drilled incredibly well. They were one of the best defences in the league. And I really, really do think that will make a big difference for them. That's my feeling. It's a gut feeling right now. It could be proven massively wrong. But it's just a gut feeling at this moment in time that I think Burnley will shock a few. 1 second, we've got to keep reporting these and clearing the comments, because the amount of spammy chats in there. You're getting spammed, I know, mate. I know. 1 sec, there you go. We've cleared them away for now. I don't think there's any more in there. They'll just keep coming back, probably up until kickoff. So we've got 5 minutes of hell, and then they tend to disappear. Yeah, they tend to disappear quite quickly. Reveal clothing. Who do you dislike more, United or Everton? Well, I've got Everton fans and United fans in my family, so I find it really, really difficult to kind of to hate him. Do you know what I mean? I find it really difficult to hate him. There you go. We've got rid of that nonsense. Aiden, it's on Amazon Prime. Under the Floodlights, what is your favourite World Cup so far? Mine is the African World Cup. 2002 South Korea is mine. Absolutely. 2002 South Korea. Philippines, all right, my friend. Hope you're well. Yep, good to see you, mate. Zachman, how's it going? We've blocked him. We've muted the account and we've blocked him. I think it's multiple accounts for what it's worth. But we have blocked him. There's no way he can come back in. It was multiple accounts. Yeah, it was multiple accounts. That's unbelievable. Thoughts on Everton's new stadium, and you have to admit it's better than Anfield. Is it better than Anfield? Is it better than Anfield? I guess for me, it's the purpose of a stadium is to intimidate and to oh, there's Joachim Löw. Joachim Löw in the stands. Purpose of a stadium is to intimidate. I don't know if Everton Stadium will intimidate. You know, we don't know. I guess we'll see what the atmosphere is like. Under the Floodlights, who knocked England out of this competition? They weren't knocked out. They were in the Nations League second division, so they didn't qualify. Emiliano, because of the storm, the game will start 10 minutes later. Oh, really? Okay. Jaden Reese-Thompson, Isaac, money or passion? As in money or passion, what do I think is the reason he's staying? What do you think at Newcastle? I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't know why he's staying at Newcastle. I guess I'm sure he'll leave eventually. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see it eventually. That he will leave. Whether it's this year or next. I'm sure he'll want to go and win titles and European Cups, and he can't do that at Newcastle, so I'm sure he will. So I don't think it is a lack of ambition. It probably just is that it's difficult to get him out, and he knows he can't really get out right now. He'd probably want to get out if he could, but he can't. Zach, what is your predictions, and do you think that Ronaldo is going to perform good? I think it's going to be 3-1 Germany. Yeah, and Ronaldo, maybe... Yeah, with it being a 10 minutes delay due to the storm and rain and whatever, maybe it's going to be... I don't know, maybe it's going to be less. Maybe it's going to be a bit more cagey. Might be 1-0 or 2-1. Less goals, I don't know. Knick-knack, takes a while for teams to get used to stadiums. We saw it with Arsenal. Can anyone afford Isak right now? No, they can't afford Isak right now. And yes, Ronaldo is playing centre-forward, Knick-knack. Yes, he is. It does take a while for teams to get used to new stadiums. As you said, Arsenal, West Ham, Spurs... You know, all of these teams have not quite adapted to their new ground. It'll probably happen with Everton as well. And the best thing, I actually think the best thing about Everton in recent years has been Goodison Park, hasn't it? It has been Goodison Park. So, it might actually be to Everton's detriment. I think Goodison Park played a part in keeping them up. So, if they don't have Goodison Park, maybe it's maybe it's endgame for Everton soon. Josh, Billy Sharp to Tottenham, here we go. Philippines, looking forward to seeing Wirtz, to be honest. Yeah, me too. Me too, absolutely. Abs, why can't he do that at Newcastle? They got big money. Only if they're allowed to spend big money. Yeah, if Newcastle are allowed to spend big money, then possibly they could. But they're not allowed to spend big money currently. That's why I think they're looking very, very carefully, aren't they, at that Manchester City court case. To see what happens with the Manchester City case. If Manchester City get a slap on the wrist and actually, you know, they're all right, they can get away with it, then Newcastle will just go, fine, love that, get us spending, let's spend. But they're just watching. They're just watching and waiting, aren't they? Evening, Ronnie, how's it going? Good to see you. Bobby the goalie, give me a nation to manage on FM and I won't resign till I get into the World Cup or Euros. San Marino it is, mate. Good luck. Ronnie Dodge, it's why I'm dreading that we're planning to leave Old Trafford. If Man United leave Old Trafford, it's going to be the worst thing that could happen to him, and probably one of the worst things that could happen to English football. Manchester United should not leave Old Trafford. It's madness. Absolutely madness. Reveal, is it too much money? Is too much money given to young players ruining their potential due to not being as motivated? Yes, I think there is a problem with that in football. There's a problem with that, isn't there? There is a real problem. You want to give players a level to get to, so you've got to kind of keep them quite. But there's just so many teams offering. Like, look at Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is 17 now. What do you think teams would be willing to offer him? They'd probably be willing to make him the highest paid player in the world. What do you think that would do to a 17-year-old kid? And I do say kid, he's not even a man yet. 17-year-old kid being the highest paid player in the world. It's a real possibility for him. It's quite sad. It's a little bit of a meat market, isn't it, football? Wirtz deal nearly done. Oh, Wirtz deal nearly went horribly wrong this morning. Since 1992, football in England has been run by money. It's been run by money before that, mate. Long before that. Long before that. Money makes the world go round. Wow, it's good for Merseyside having 2 world-class stadiums. Talking silly. Well, no, it's good for them to have another arena to put events on and stuff for concerts. Yeah, it's good for the city. Yeah, concerts and things like that, yeah. I mean, but we're talking about football sense. I'm not sure if it really does. I mean, I don't know if it does benefit Everton. I don't know if it does. Yeah, I know. I know, I've clocked it. Don't worry. I've clocked it. We've got another spammer. We'll get a shot of him, don't worry. It's dead easy. This is the thing. They'll spam and then you just remove them. It's dead easy. It takes 2 seconds and the channel and they're gone. The whole account's gone. There you go. Lucas Lambert, opinions on Ronaldo starting. I wouldn't think he would have started. I think it's fine, isn't it? It's good that he's starting. Yeah, it's good that he's starting. You want to see the best players playing up front. I do still think Ronaldo's a very good player. In my humble opinion. Abs, foolish talk. Liverpool don't hold concerts at Anfield. Yeah, they do hold concerts at Anfield. I don't know what you're getting at. Of course Liverpool hold concerts at Anfield. Ronnie, there's no way we're going... We won't fill a new 100k stadium, no chance. United will fill the stadium. Oh, make no doubt about that. They'll fill the stadium. Filling the stadium isn't going to be a problem. Good for Germany that he's starting. I don't get the disrespect with Ronaldo. I don't get the disrespect. Let's talk the lineups. 1 second. Max Tittle, Anfield literally hosting Bruce Springsteen tonight. What's he on? I know, mate. I know. He's talking absolutely nonsense. He's a Man United fan. He's a Man United fan. He's just trying to wind up, and not doing a very good job of it. Philippines, thoughts on Russell Martin taking over Rangers? As a Real Madrid fan, I wanted Ancelotti. I don't think Rangers wanted Russell Martin for what it's worth. No, I don't think they wanted him. Michael, good evening, Kieran. It's a chance to see Wirtz up close and personal, to see what he's made of. Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Substub, have you secretly fell out with me? I've spoke 3 times and got nothing. I'm back. Honestly, I've got spammers smashing both channels. So I'm really trying. I'm really trying to keep up with everything. So give me 2 minutes. I promise you, I'll get back up to speed. Nick Narkey's buying young, hungry players is a good model, though, if you get it right. That's very true. That's very true. Could benefit Newcastle in the long term, not overpaying for big names. And Lamal's going nowhere, though, is he? No, he isn't going anywhere. I think Lamal stays at Barca his entire career, doesn't he now? It's not disrespect as such, but he's holding that Portugal team back now. Do you think so? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Razine, why is the game delayed? Apparently there's a storm in Germany. I didn't know this, but we've got Emiliano, who's our German correspondent, telling us he's live in Germany right now, telling us that there's been a storm, so it's been delayed for 10 minutes. Michael, it's a great testament to the likes of Ronaldo and Messi that they will be planning to take part in the 2026 World Cup, given that Ronaldo is 40 and Messi is 37, soon to be 38, that they keep themselves so fit. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Callum, looking forward to Wirtz controlling this game. Me too. Hi, Litigation. Hi, Special K and all chat. Good to see you, mate. What's your view on Kelleher not getting a pay rise at Liverpool for 4 years, 9,700 a week? That's what he agreed to. Yeah, that's what he agreed to. And look, you know, you sign a contract. Liverpool and Kelleher probably didn't have any anticipation for how much football he would actually end up playing at the club. He did have bonuses built into that, and he made a lot of money extra. So it's not 9,700. The lad has made a lot of money because he's been part of, you know, cup final teams and he's played in very successful Liverpool teams. He's won everything there is to win in football before he's left for Brentford. So the guy's made a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. 9,700 a week is still good money for most people, isn't it? I'm sure we'd all accept that. But 9,700 a week for a footballer, you would say, okay, it's pretty minimal. But he's more than trebled his wages, probably a lot higher at Brentford. And not only that, he's done very well at Liverpool, hasn't he? He's won everything there is to win. Reveal clothing, Ronaldo blocking the pathway for younger players in the national team. Yeah, that's funny. Nick's just said that as well. Nick Nack's just said that. Razine, hope to Stegen won't play like Onana for Man United. He's in his last few games. Callum, I'd love to see Ronaldo versus Messi final in 2026, but probably be Spain versus France. And litigation, Russell Martin, the new Rangers manager, for fuck's sake, not good for the girls. That's an odd appointment, isn't it? A very odd appointment. Morgan, what channel is Portugal v Germany? It's on Amazon Prime, mate. Yeah, Amazon Prime. Rebecca, what do you call a Frenchman on Nintendo? Thierry Henry. I like it. Like it, Rebecca. Very, very good. Ronnie Dodge, apparently we've started talks with Brentford today for Bermo. Max Tittle, are you a cop-out lad yet? I am, mate. Yes, I am. Very, very much so. Pure loyalist, that's me back home. Car keys hiding, bud in hand, settle down for the night. Great you've got to turn into an alcoholic to get time to watch footy. Toby, good to see you, Toby. Thoughts on PSG 5-0 in the final? Unbelievable performance from PSG. Pretty mad performance from Inter, but we all kind of thought it, didn't we? Yeah, we all kind of thought it. Razine, join you on half-time, mate. No probs, Razine. See you then. Take it easy. Sub-stub, lol at that Nintendo joke. It was good, that. Well done, Rebecca. You've made a few laugh there. Why is Wirtz up front? I don't think Wirtz is up front. No, I don't think Wirtz is up front. Wirtz will play off the left, and we'll see Voltermade. Voltermade is the centre-forward. Very, very good centre-forward he is as well for Stuttgart. And we're off. We're off and underway here now. Germany 0, Portugal 0. And we're underway. Ronnie Dodge, I love Cristiano. He's a United legend, but he needs to take the hint. Sorry, he does. What do you mean needs to take the hint? Surely you want to see Ronaldo playing as long as he can possibly play. Chopper, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Chopper. Bruno will outshine Wirtz tonight. I know, yeah, imagine United. United fans will be unbelievable if he outshines Wirtz here. Michael, do Liverpool get any money for Trent going to Madrid? They get 8.5 million, I think it is. And Madrid pay his wages, basically. All the bonuses that he was due, all of his wages at Liverpool for the remaining month, Real Madrid are going to cover that, and then he'll start his contract with Madrid officially on July the 1st or whatever. So he's joined Real Madrid. He's a Real Madrid player. Liverpool got about 8.5 million quid. Caleb, what channel is it on? It's on Amazon Prime, mate. Yeah, it's Amazon Prime. Where are you from, brother? Sound like Simon Wilson. Many people have said I look like Simon Wilson. That's bad enough. So I'm originally from St Helens, and I was born about 15 minutes away from Anfield. 15-20 minutes away from Anfield. Grew up in St Helens and kind of lived and worked in Liverpool all my life. So, yeah, that's the accent's kind of all over the place. Wirtz will be no better than Kai Havertz. Okay, whatever you say. Bruno can't have Saudi on his mind now. He has to perform. Well, I don't think he ever wanted Saudi. I think United were pushing him to go to Saudi. Portugal in down the left-hand side here, cleared behind by Pavlovic. Pavlovic knocking it behind, corner to Portugal. Nagelsmann's already looking a little concerned. Jaden, where are Man United getting all this money from? Well, I'll tell you. 1 second. Let me just go back and make sure we've covered everything there. Knick-knack. Are the players really bothered about this game? Surely they just want to rest now. I think you get cash for winning the Nations League, and other countries have really celebrated, haven't they? It's an opportunity for a trophy and a bit of silverware. So, yeah, why not? Germany clear the corner away, headed back in, gone out for a goal kick. Knick-knack, mug fans' pockets, presumably. Well, they have certainly mugged fans' pockets. You've seen that. The United have done that whole thing where they've emailed fans, and you know, when the card has changed and things like that. I think Adam McCullough talked about it on the Overlap fan debate the other day. Man United have emailed fans when their card's been declined for whatever reason. And what they used to do is they'd say, your card has been declined for the upcoming game on your season ticket. You need to pay this within 24 hours or whatever, or you know, your ticket will go. And they haven't sent that email, or they've done it in a slightly different slightly shadier way. And there's loyal fans who've gone every single United game, ended up missing loads of games. Oh, what a ball! What a chance! Germany, first shot on target. Who put that cross in then? Was that our mate Florian Wirtz with the cross to the far post? Very unlucky. Good shot, good save. But yeah, Man United. So Man United are in a very, very difficult position, whereby they have two options, right? They have two options. Option one is that they go, we're in a massive hole financially here, right? We're in a massive hole financially. We can either, option one, we can either try and rein it all in as much as we possibly can. We can sell Sancho, we can sell Rashford, we can maybe sell Garnacho and Mainu. We can sell basically all of our assets, right? And we can try and promote youth. And we'll probably struggle next season, right? It'll be a difficult season, but we'll play with, we'll get Toby Collier in midfield. We'll get some young signings who are a bit cheaper, and we'll try and blood them and give them a chance. But it's going to be a difficult season for United. We can go with that route, and we'll try and smash the debt. Or what we can do is option two, is we throw all of our liquid cash, all of our assets, everything we've got, at trying to make United a Champions League team again next year. And it looks like they've chosen option two. They've chosen option two. They've gone, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to throw everything at it. We're going to throw everything at trying to be a Man United Champions League side next year. And they're going to go and do it. And if they don't get Champions League, there's a points deduction for United. I am certain of it. Certain of it. JFC, evening up the toffees. How are you fancying? How are you seeing Everton's window going? Oh, here we go. Let's get rid of this absolute numpty here. Knick-knack, I think United are doing the right thing by buying established Premier League players, something Fergie used to do a lot. I know, but in the past, mate, they've done it and they've not quite got the right results, have they? It feels like United have signed Premier League proven players, and it doesn't work out for them a lot of the time. Like I said, Lukaku, Sanchez, Wan-Bissaka, Mata, Matic. There's a lot of players they've signed. Schneiderlin, Morgan Schneiderlin was one of the best holding midfielders in the Premier League. He was shocking at United. Portugal, Ronaldo there with a shot low down with his left foot. Should have scored, I think, there. The old Ronaldo scores that. Abs, I would be careful taking players from Germany. Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. All right. Well, for every one of them you give me, I can give you loads that I've worked out. Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, Manuel Akanji, great signing for City. You could say Mickey van der Ven's another one. Ryan Gravenberch for Liverpool. Mateta for Palace. He was from the Bundesliga, wasn't he? Lots of players come from the Bundesliga. Very good players who signed from the Bundesliga. Hey, and I'll tell you another one as well. Ibrahima Konate for Liverpool. Josko Gvardiol for City. There's some very talented players in the Bundesliga. Caleb Mainu is going to be world class in a couple of years. Okay. Ronnie Dodge, we brought Mason Mount. He didn't work out. Mason Mount was a very talented player at Chelsea, didn't he? Yeah. And he just, for whatever reason, didn't work out. Portugal just knocking it around at the back here. There's not really been too much in the way of clear chances in this game in the opening 10 minutes. Max Tittle, where did Mateta come from, bro? He came from Mainz, mate. Yeah, Mainzer Fumpf. Mainzer Fumpf. Right, I think that should be all of them blocked now, with a bit of luck. Hopefully. Are we blocked? Yeah, I think we're done. We're all right. Jaden, when do the Prem fixtures come out? I think it's in a couple of weeks, mate. Yeah, it's a couple of weeks. Substub, Jesus Christ, that's sad he has to keep making new accounts, I know. It's probably Roops. Chimey, he is the old Ronaldo. Right, hang on a sec. I've just realised the clock had stopped. Caleb, Cunha played in the Bundesliga as well before Atletico. That's true. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of players who've done well in the Bundesliga and gone on to play at a really, really high level. So, again, it's just, listen, this is just a stick that the Abs is using to try and beat us with. He's throwing shade to try and make it stick, and it just ain't really working. Not the German players. Oh, here we go. Not the German players. So now we're talking specifically the German players from the Bundesliga. Hey, and listen, didn't Kai Havertz, you say Kai Havertz like he's a bad signing. Kai Havertz has been very, very good for Chelsea and for Arsenal. He won a Champions League at Chelsea. For Arsenal, look, they might be trying to move him on, but he's been a very, very good player for them. Jack Spurs, we are watching Germany against Portugal, mate. And here is Florian Wirtz. Lovely that. That's wonderful. And here he is chasing back. Look at him. He's chasing back here. Chasing back Neto. It's over the bar. But Florian Wirtz there, he made a lovely little pass and his teammate gave the ball away and Wirtz immediately straight on it. It was Pavlovic who gave it away. Neto picks it up and on the counter Wirtz runs all the way back. That's exactly the sort of work ethic that will put him in good stead at Liverpool. Max didn't just get a chance, he scored the winner, G. This kid's off his nuts. No. Mate, he's a United fan. He's a United fan. You can't take him seriously. Like I said, Abs, I really like you, mate. If you just showed a little bit less of the bias, you'd come across a lot more nuanced and reasonable. But you just don't. You can see. Oh, Portugal are in here. Good defending. Neto just about gets away with it. Ronaldo's asking the question to the referee. He doesn't think it was a foul. Christ, Ronaldo's nearly as old as that ref, isn't he? Christ. And mate, I know the clock's going, but we've got another round of spammers in. I'm gonna spend more time tonight checking out the blocking the spammers. Long ball switch, it's offside, Germany. Really unlucky that time. Pure Loyalist. What are you saying, Pure Loyalist? Won't be getting a season to give a Rangers this season. 475 quid last season. 672 for Club Deck this season. Biting the hand that feeds them from. Absolutely disgraceful. Wow. Yeah, it's always disappointing when teams put the season ticket prices up. Here's Wirtz again here. He's already running things. I don't care what anyone's saying. This kid's unbelievable. Great ball in. Germany. It's cleared away. Abs, only one good player for the German national team has done it. Good are gone. Good are gone. Right, what are we on clockwise? Let's have a look. There you go. Sané just skins past Bruno Fernandes there. Max Tittle, I've put Voltemade to score. Voltemade, he's one in the making. Voltemade. There's a lot of players who are just a lot of clubs who are keeping their eye on him. He scored in the DFB Pokal final for Stuttgart the other week. We watched it live here. And he was very, very good. Very good. Caleb, even I'm not that bad, Prem Dad. No, you're not, mate. You're absolutely not. Ronnie, I'm a level-headed United fan, and I think, unfortunately, some are unrealistic. It's not even that he's unrealistic, our mate, Abs. He's all right, Abs. He's a good lad. I like him. But he definitely tries. He's definitely trying too hard. He's definitely Captain Tryhard with the wind-ups. Here's Ronaldo. Good shot. It's gone behind for a corner. Unlucky. Good deflection. Ronaldo rolling back the years there. Rolling back the years. Has the ref give a goal kick there? How's he give a goal kick? Ronaldo's fuming. He's absolutely fuming. He had a shot. Honestly, it was the clearest deflection you are ever likely to see. It like totally went off path. And the referee just went, yeah, goal kick. Silly. Silly, silly, silly. Abs, let's all agree, clubs don't care about fans. I think they care about fans, but probably not in a holistic sense, in the way that we'd all like them to. They value us as customers. So yeah, businesses care about their customers. So I think they do care about the fans, and that's the only way I think they do care about us. They care about us in a way about they don't want to piss us off. Really, that's all it is. Sweet Lord. As soon as you get rid of one, another one comes in. It's bad for tonight, isn't it? Every single thingy, every single few minutes, we've got bots flying in. To be honest, it's just report and then hide. So you report the account and then you hide them dead quick. So they within 30 seconds of them posting, usually they're gone and the account's blocked. But it's bots. It's not real people. It's just bots. Ethan, why do they think let's promote our streams for fun, bruv? Should I report them? You can do, yeah. You can do. But again, I don't think it's a real person. It is just bots. Ronnie Dodge, is this ref from the PGMOL? That's a clear corner. That was bad, wasn't it? Very bad. Caleb, I want Portugal to win. Why do you want Portugal? You're a United fan, so I can kind of understand you wanting Portugal to win. Max Tittle, what's happening, lad? You're getting hate from robots. Makes a change. I'm getting hate usually from far more real people, but, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Reveal clothing, and Burmo and Cunha will get enough goals to get United top 6. Why? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? I just don't think so. Cunha created the 13th most chances in the Premier League last season. 13th. 1-3. He also walked more than any other Premier League player. So, and he also is known to have a bit of a temper, a bit of, you know, loses his head from time to time. So I just don't think there's a way that that Bruno Fernandes and Burmo and Cunha, between them, sufficiently improve United's attack to take you from 15th or wherever you ended up finishing to the top 6. It doesn't happen. And even if they do, it's not even been just United's attack. It's been your defence, your midfield, everything, the goalkeeper. It's all bad. It needs work from top to bottom, front to back, everything. Max Tittle, no, bro, I just mean I'm so confused just saying there's robots that hate on people, yeah. No, these are spammers. These are bots that are saying They're promoting streams. They're promoting, like, thingy streams. What's the referee give here? Does he give a penalty or a free kick? That's a pen. That's a pen. That is a pen. And he's give a corner. Oh, I think it's a dive, you know. I think it's a dive. Volta made with the shot and the keeper saves it. There's going to be a check, but he hasn't give the pen. He hasn't give the pen. It's going to be a corner, I think. Pavlovic was running in. It was a lovely play again round the edge of the area. Florian Wirtz. Lovely little link-up play. He's a wonderful little... Oh, honestly, he is Coutinho reimagined. He's Coutinho reimagined, the lad. Just absolutely sensational. And I really thought that was brilliant. But yeah, I thought, first glance, knick-knack. I've really got to say, at first glance, I thought that was a pen. But you're right. I think in hindsight, having looked back, no, I don't think it was. If you're watching on YouTube, if you are watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, please do consider liking and subscribing. There's a Germany corner here. Please give us a like and a subscribe. We're live over the next few weeks for all the FIFA Club World Cup, the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, the UEFA Nations League semi-final tomorrow, Spain against France, and the third place playoff and the final of this competition. We're doing the UEFA Under-21 Championships. All of that. Give us a follow, give us a like, all of that's good stuff. And much love. If you're watching on TikTok, maybe check us out on YouTube. Maybe get over Premier League Dad, all that good stuff. Jake came here to take the piss, but ended up loving it here, like a secret place we all come to laugh at Man U. We should really rename the channel, shouldn't we? But I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be a hate for Man U place. It just seems to always descend into that. We have a genuine, let's talk about other things, and then it just devolves into we all hate Man United. Chance! Oh, what a save! Who was that edge of the box there? Oh, unlucky. I think it was Goretzka. Good effort. Very, very good effort from Goretzka. Low down and a very good save from Costa. And I think that's why he should be the one that Chelsea go after. I'm really surprised that United or Chelsea, two top teams who really do need a keeper, they should have looked at Diogo Costa. They really should have gone for him. Oh, here we go. We're here again with another spam bot. Another spam bot. If I can figure out how to get one of you as my mods, at least one. I'll have more of you as mods, but it's madness. Absolute madness. I need someone else helping me out here. Might have to rope the misses in. Ball into the box. Header. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Abs, you cannot say that. Forest took 4 points off Liverpool last year. I don't know what you mean. Ronnie Dodge, our third kit's the same colours as the season where Cantona kicked that fan. I know. Do you know what? I will say this. I've seen the United leaked kit. And that away kit is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the few United kits. I've got to say, very, very nice United kit. I really do like it. The bots just keep flying in. Mate, honestly, if I can, I don't know how I do it. But if I can, I absolutely will. Reveal clothing. Reason why is a lot of clubs in Europe not got big enough squad to compete in both. And Fulham took 4 points off you. Anything is possible. Caleb, what have you been up to today? What have I been up to today? I slept. We had a bad night's sleep last night. My little dog's been poorly. I've said this a few times. My dog's been poorly. We had a bad night with him last night. He was crying through the night and stuff, so didn't get much sleep. So I ended up doing something which I haven't done for a very, very long time. I usually obviously working during the day and stuff, trying to prep for tonight and stuff. But I ended up having a nap. I was knackered. So I woke up all fresh, and then I went and picked my little girl up from school. We went to the shop, had some tea, and then I came on here. It was nice. Nice day. Different kind of day. Usually you don't sleep during the day. I've not slept during the day in literally years. But I was just knackered. It was a bad night last night. Didn't really sleep all that much. Ronnie Dodge. Oh, sorry, Ralph. What team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Ralph. Yeah, Liverpool fan. Cheers, random videos. Sorry, thank you for that. We are miles off on the timer. It's because I keep having to click off to sort the bots. Diogo Costa, Samir, absolutely. Yeah, top keeper. Caleb, what is wrong with your dog? He's got this IVDD. It's called intervertebral disc disease. He's a sausage dog, right? So it's like his spine and stuff like that, and he's lost use of his back legs. But he's still only young, really. He's still only like 6. He's still a baby. So we don't want to. We want to give him a fighting chance to try and get it fixed. And we paid for surgery for him last year, and that was an arm and a leg. But he's just in a lot of pain, and it's one of them. We don't know whether or not it's going to be like he'll recover if you give him enough time, or if it's just going to get progressively worse. And if it's going to get progressively worse, then you have to make an awful decision. But I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be all right. FM No Casuals, they've had their time, Kieran. Reveal Clothing, do we judge too many players now on stats and not the eye test? Yes, we do. Far too many stat virgins, stat noobs. You know, Bruno Fernandes is a fine example of that. Bruno Fernandes, literally, people are saying he's world class, and then you've got players like Carragher and Scholes saying he's an headless chicken. He's a liability. And I'm not saying that their standard is absolutely like up here, but if they wouldn't want to play with him, Paul Scholes basically said that he wouldn't want to play with Bruno Fernandes. And that tells you an awful lot. Carragher too. You don't want to play with players like that. I just think he's he's a liability. So, but people will use stats as a stick to wave and say, "Oh, what a fabulous player." It's going to be a corner to Portugal. It's gone very end to end this game again. Very end to end. Nick Nack, your accent sounds more Manc than Scouse, or is it just me, mate? It varies from day to day, it seems. Some Mancs will come in and call me a Scouser. Scousers will come in and call me a Wool. I've had people calling me Peter Kay, who's from Bolton. I've had people saying I look like Simon Wilson, who's from Wales. Can't really win. It's a bit of a mongrel accent. Ethan, to make someone a YouTube mod, click the select as a moderator or add them in YouTube Studio. I can add them on YouTube Studio. I know I can do that, but that's only after the game's finished. It's after the live, isn't it? Yeah, they're back again. They're back again. Ball into the box here. Portugal knocks back across the face of goal. Good save from ter Stegen. Good save. Very good save. Unlucky. Content streamer, how can you watch the game? You can watch the game on Amazon Prime. FM No Casuals, it's a Whittle accent. I don't think I've set foot in the Whittle in my life. That's not actually true. We went on a geography field trip when we was in school. Abs, he's from Manchester. I'm not. I worked in Manchester for a very long time though, but I'm not from Manchester. Far closer to Liverpool than Manchester. Abs, okay, Scousman, is Phil Foden better than Paul Gascoigne? No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Paul Gascoigne is absolutely better than Phil Foden. Harley Spencer, thoughts on Nottingham Forest? I think you'll struggle next year. I don't think you've necessarily got the size of squad to compete in European competition in the Conference League, isn't it? It'll be the Conference League. I think, Forest will struggle to compete in that. But I think, miraculously, I think you'll do quite well in the Conference League. I think you could go far in it. Especially now that City have gone after Cherki, you'll probably end up keeping Gibbs White. So, Gibbs White, I think you'll probably keep the bones of that team together, which is really, really good news for Forest. But there needs to be a couple more brought in. You need a centre-forward. I think you need better than Chris Wood up there. I think you probably need another midfielder, because as good as Elliot Anderson is, I think Dominguez isn't really a starter. You need better in that midfield. You probably need another fullback as well. So fullback, central midfielder, centre forward, maybe another winger as well if Hudson-Odoi goes. Abs, what is wrong with Phil Foden? Has Phil Foden peaked? No, I don't think he has peaked, but he's had a bad year this year, hasn't he? He's obviously said it's due to off the field issues and mental health issues, and he's struggled, and hopefully he can get back to the level that he was at. But if I'm really honest, mate, Phil Foden had a phenomenal year last year, and even with him having a phenomenal year last year, I still didn't rate him then. Didn't he get Player of the Year? He got Player of the Year like when City won the Premier League, and like he was this like absolutely unbelievable performance across so many games for City, and he never passed the eye test with me then. So yeah, for me, Phil Foden he's not as good as Cole Palmer. If you're offering me Cole Palmer or Phil Foden, I'm taking Cole Palmer every day of the week. Every day of the week. And at this moment in time, I'd honestly rather Eze than Foden. Shot from distance from Germany again. It's starting. The game's starting to take a little bit of shape again now. Does feel like Germany are just starting to get a foothold in the game. Tar and Kimmich managing to work an opening there. Pure loyalist, I just block them at least. That way you don't see them again. Just touch on the name and press block. Nick Nark, how do you get better than Chris Wood though? Haaland only scored 2 more. I just think with Chris Wood, the problem is that he scored in patches, and he started the season better than he finished. So I think he had this goal glut, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Chris Wood!" But it's not sustainable. The guy's like 30, is he 33? The chances of Chris Wood doing that again next season is just very, very unlikely. For Forest to do anything meaningful next season, I really think that Forest need to have Chris Wood as a backup. They need him as a backup, and it's no surprise that Forest have been who's the first player Forest have been linked to this season? The centre forward at Botafogo, the Brazilian centre forward. They're on about paying 30 million quid for a Brazilian centre forward. So, reveal clothing. Do you see Eze and Mateta leaving this window? I think Eze will. Yeah, I think Eze for £60 million will represent. That's his release clause. I think that represents exceptional value for someone. And I think there'll be some teams who are very tempted to take it. Liverpool included. Yeah, Liverpool included. There's a good few teams that would look at Eze at 60 million. Bayern's obviously been linked with him. Bayern could be interested, especially if Wirtz goes to Liverpool. If Liverpool sell Diaz, I think we might be interested. He's a very good player, Eze. Very, very good player. With Mateta, I think the only thing with him is his contract, isn't it? His contract's running down. So there's a lot of clubs that would be interested in Mateta, for sure. For sure. Ronnie Dodge, Leon is in the Europa. I think that's why there's questions with Palace, as they're owned by the same. Yeah, they are. But again, that's very, very quickly resolved, because John Textor is on about selling his shares in Palace in order to ensure that they do stay in the Europa League. And I think they still will. Nick Nack, if the bids come in, Palace will take the money, surely. The most important thing is keeping Glasner and how they reinvest the cash. Yes. And they will. They will. They've invested quite wisely, I think, Palace. They've done well. Ismail Assar has proven to be a very good signing, hasn't he? That's another one that a lot of people maybe didn't expect to get right. Portugal are in here. Here's Neto down the left-hand side. He's got Ronaldo with him. Jiggs inside. Oh, it's a good... Who's that? That was a wonderful bit of defending. Was that Kimmich? That was fabulous defending. Very, very good. Abs, Phil Foden would be a better player under a Ferguson or a Wenger. What makes you say that? Is this your idea that, the whole Pep Guardiola overcoaches players and he doesn't allow them freedom, and therefore extra freedom would be required for Phil Foden? I'm not sure I subscribe to that thinking. Because some of the most creative players in history have played for Pep Guardiola. So, I don't agree. I really don't agree. The Scrum Down Live. What's your thoughts on the Nations League? Waste of time or a fun end-of-season mini-comp? Well, it means there's no such thing really anymore as friendlies. Do you know what I mean? They've kind of replaced friendlies, haven't they? The Nations League. It's just another way of saying a friendly. adding some level of competitiveness to friendlies. So, yeah, it's another competition for UEFA to label up and repackage and sell advertising rights on. So, and look, the teams are taking it seriously. They are taking it seriously, aren't they? So, yeah, I think so. I think it's worth watching. Reveal clothing. If we go off the eye test, Jamal should win the Ballon d'Or. 1 second. This year, he's been brilliant. He has been brilliant, but I think Salah's been consistently brilliant. Salah has been consistently brilliant. Ronnie Dodge, England men play on Saturday, don't they? They do, yes. They play at 5 o'clock. It's Andorra against England, and we will be live for it, yeah. We'll be live. The Scrum Down live, I'd love England to win it. Well, England might win it next year because they're in, as a result of winning the UEFA Nations League second division, England are now promoted up to the first division. So we could win it next year. We could win it. Chris Coles, hi, who do you support? I support Plymouth Argyle. Good to see you, mate. Really disappointed that Argyle went down. I support Liverpool, who you knocked out of the FA Cup. So, yeah. Really, really big shame that for Plymouth Argyle. We did a watch-along of the game against Coventry towards the end of the season, and we were really rooting for you, mate. So, yeah, unlucky. And look, we've got the Cornish derby back next season, haven't we? Plymouth against Exeter. The Cornish derby. Looking forward to that. If nothing else, that's one benefit of Plymouth going down. Nick Nack, it'd be nice if England just win something. Yeah. Oh, Germany, it's gone out. It's going to be a goal kick to Portugal. Colour Splash, how's Wirtz looking? Very neat and tidy. Very neat and tidy. Some nice little 1-2s, some nice little interplay stuff in between the lines. He's chased back. I think his work rate has been very good tonight. That's one of the things I've noticed about him. But yeah, he's buzzing around there. Germany aren't really seeing too much of the ball. Portugal, I would say, I've not looked at the stats, so I don't know. But in fact, let's look at the stats. I think that Portugal have had most of the ball in the first half. Let me see. Let's confirm if I'm right on that. I am totally wrong. Germany 61%, 39% Portugal. It felt like Portugal had most of the ball. Certainly in the last 10 minutes. But there you go. That's why the eye test doesn't always work. I thought Portugal had most of the ball recently. But evidently not. They've both had 2 corner kicks. Portugal have had 1 shot on target to Germany's 3. Can we do last 5 minutes or last 10 minutes expected? Or last 10 minutes possession? No. I just think in the last 10 minutes, Germany did have a lot of ball at the start, so maybe it's slightly skewed. Maybe it's skewed. We'll see. But yeah, I got that one wrong. I'd take Mateta at United just for the position we're in. Yeah, absolutely. Prem Dad, I've never asked you this, but what did you feel about the Carabao Cup final? Oh, mate, I was understandably gutted, of course. I'm a Liverpool fan. I wanted Liverpool to win, but Newcastle, I would rather no other team have won that. Yeah, Newcastle deserved that. It was great to see him win a trophy for a really long time. You can see what it meant to him. And we've had our days, and I'm sure we'll have our barren run eventually again soon. Every football works in cycles. Liverpool will go back to winning rag all again in my lifetime, I'm sure. Probably won't ever be as bad as United, but we'll have our moments. It's coming. And it was good to see Newcastle fans having that day and all that. They're a really good club, aren't they, Newcastle? But it is equally, that's why it disappoints me and frustrates me with Newcastle that they have this Saudi ownership that is seeking to change the badge and knock the stadium down, and it's really frustrating, isn't it? It is really frustrating. Right, 1 second. Foden is a maverick. It's why you got rid of Cole Palmer. Emiliano, why are we so bad? Wirtz and Tag are so bad today. Tar. I don't think Wirtz is bad. Why is Wirtz bad? I don't think Wirtz has been bad today. I think Wirtz has actually created Germany's best chance. 2 of Germany's best chances, actually. Joe, have you seen Tim Krul is returning to Newcastle? Hi, Kit. Good to see you, Joe. No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that he's going there. That's news to me. 1 second. Sub-stub. Oh, no, we've done that one. Knick-knack. Pure loyalist. I reckon the first side to score will go on to win. That's true. I think that's absolutely right in this one. It feels like a much tighter game than we all thought it would be. Knick-knack. I love seeing how happy the Newcastle fans were finally to win a trophy, and the players too. That's true. Yeah. They were really, really... You could see players crying. And, you know, it feels... I'm not saying, oh, it's just a Carabao Cup. It is just a Carabao Cup to Liverpool and to City and to all these, you know, teams who've won those trophies over and over and over again. It's always going to be played down. But to Newcastle, it's like it's the first thing they've ever won a trophy in like 70 years. Dads, sons, dads, granddads, great-granddads in some cases. Never seen Newcastle really lift anything. So it was massive for them. And I really like that. Yeah, it's what football's about, isn't it? Road to Henry. How do you feel about Middlesbrough FC? I'm not a massive fan of Middlesbrough. Just because there used to be a guy who I used to work with who supported Borough. For no other reason than yeah. They knocked Liverpool out of the League Cup in 1996. And I used to work with a guy who supported him and he was an absolute bell. And that's pretty much it. But other than that, Borough, good club. On the road, FC, good to see you, man. Ronnie Dodge, it was literally the season of the underdogs this season. Absolutely true. Messi fans, what's your predictions? I thought it would be 3-1 to Germany before the game, but it feels like now it's starting to... It's a lot more cagey. It's a lot more cagey. Abs, Liverpool's best ever owners were Hicks and Gillette. I love them guys. I bet you did, Abs. I bet you did. Caleb, Pep is a better manager than Wenger, in my opinion. I think most would agree with that, wouldn't they? Yeah. Corin, how do you feel about Wirtz transfer and what's the score? Good to see you, Corin. The score is 0-0. Germany 0, Portugal 0, and I feel that Florian Wirtz has just studied Bruno Fernandes. How do I feel about him? I like him a lot more now. Hey, there he is. Scouser. He's put Bruno Fernandes on the floor. And Fernandes is like that at ref. Oh, why have you not sent him off? I am made up, Corin. In short, I'm made up. I'm really excited by Florian Wirtz coming to Liverpool. And I think the more I see of him, I watched quite a bit of the Bundesliga last season. And he's always impressed me, even before that. But, you know, I've only really recently started to watch the Bundesliga as regularly because of the channel. And he's the closest thing I've seen to Coutinho. He's a very, very intelligent player, and I think he'll change how Liverpool play. So I'm looking forward to seeing him next season at Liverpool. Top player. Regan, have you seen that Rangers have appointed Russell Martin as manager on a 3-year contract? I have. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I don't like it. I don't think he's a Rangers manager at all. Again, we may be proven wrong, but I think that's a very good job for Russell Martin, and Rangers fans are a little bit underwhelmed. Reveal clothing, who's the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Yeah, Messi for me. Knick-knack, could... 1 second. Jota, Leao, Felix, Vitinha, Palhinha. Very nice looking bench for Portugal. Yeah. Callum Wirtz crushing Fernandes. Could be the structure of the deal as much as the actual fee holding things up with the Wirtz deal. I think it is, isn't it? I think it's the structure of the deal, how the bonuses are paid, how long it's paid over. Is it over 3 years, 5 years, whatever? Are we going to give him a slightly longer contract? There's all these things still to be worked out, but there's expectation on both sides that the Wirtz deal gets done. Any noise that Liverpool and Wirtz is going to fall to bits is nonsense. Pure Loyalist, are you still going through with the prediction scoring chart at the beginning of the season? Personally, I think it's a top idea. Yes, we will. We're going to be doing 2 different things. We're going to be doing 2 different leagues. We're going to be doing an FPL, a fantasy league, and we'll be doing a predictions table, right? Both of which will have prizes. You have to be following on TikTok, on YouTube, sorry. You have to be subscribing on YouTube to be a part of it. But yes, so if you haven't already, get over to YouTube, Premier League Dad. But we'll be doing that at the start of the new season. And yeah, we're going to be doing prizes. We're going to be doing all that. An FPL league and a predictions league. Substub, ignorance is bliss, Key. On what? What are we talking about? Sorry, I didn't see that. Ignorance is bliss on what? Knick-knack, surely they'll take 120 million. I think they will. It will be a British record. It'll end up being a British record for Wirtz. Yeah, of course it will. I think at this point we've offered 109, haven't we? With bonuses that could take it to around about 125, and they want 120 rising to about 150. Which, again, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's very, very small amount of money. It's really a small amount of money. There we go. Bots are back again. Let's get them gone. Let's get them gone very, very quickly. Okay. Road to Henry. Do you think that Borough could go up next season? Now we've sacked our manager today. Depends who you get though, mate. Yeah, it depends who you sign. Who you sign this summer. Whether you keep hold of Hayden Hackney. You know, who are you gonna appoint? What direction do Borough go in? Who do you think Borough should appoint? That's a good question. Finn, thank you for giving us Kelleher. Finn Jordan. Kelleher's a wonderful keeper. You'll love having Quivine Kelleher. Very, very good keeper. And evidently a very good bloke. Caleb, João Felix, waste of talent. Nick, prediction for the Bahia game. I don't know. Who's Bahia playing? I've not seen anything about the Bahia game. Reveal clothing. Put these in order from best to worst. Bellingham, Musiala, Wirtz, Pedri. Oh, you can't have Pedri. Pedri's a different type of player. Pedri's a completely different type of player. You can't have that. You can't have that. I would say... I would say Wirtz is first. I really would say that. Bellingham and him are very, very close. So Wirtz, Bellingham. I don't like Bellingham. I really don't like Bellingham. I think he's overrated. He reminds me an awful lot of Pogba. Like, looks a very good player. Physically, strong, quick, turn a pace, can score a goal. But I think he's Mr. PR. I just think he's got a great agent and a great marketing team. And unfortunately, that seems to mean a lot in football these days. But I don't think for 1 second he's better than Florian Wirtz. So I think it's Wirtz. I'd probably even say Musiala's better than Bellingham, you know. I'd probably even say Musiala's better than him, yeah. Pedri, I really like Pedri, but I don't want to include him in that because Pedri's not a 10. Pedri can sit in that deep lying position as well. Pedri's just an unbelievable player. Full stop. I love Pedri. You could have Pedri and Wirtz in the same team. What a team it would be. So yeah, I don't think I can necessarily say that with I can't give an answer on that one. Corinne, I think you'll get the here we go for Wirtz tomorrow and then here we go for Kirkes during the week. Yeah, me too. Caleb, 150 million for Wirtz is a waste of money. 110 max in my opinion. I don't think it'll go to 150. I think it'll be probably a little bit less than that. Marco, hi. Ronaldo is going to score. Well, he probably should have scored. I think he probably should have scored. Knick-knack, City have picked up. 1 second. I'm just seeing if that's actually been... Oh, I didn't get that one. We've had another bot come in. There you go. Right, we're on half-time here now. Half-time, 0-0. Let me know what you're thinking. Okay, so, White LeBron, imagine that pressure, 120 million. Well, some people don't feel it. Some players just don't feel the pressure, do they, with that stuff? Knick-knack, City have picked up Reinders for less than half the price. Best attacking midfielder in Serie A. Reinders isn't an attacking midfielder. Reinders is closer to a Rodri, surely, than an attacking midfielder. Again, a very, very good player. I'm not sure he's necessarily a DM, but he's not He's not an attacking midfielder. I think Reinders, Nico Gonzalez and Rodri as a midfield three does work, though. Nick Nack, he's got an attitude problem, Bellingham. Yeah, no kidding. Litigation, hope the spammers had the courtesy to hit the like button during their visits. Yeah, exactly. White LeBron, who's shoot better, Szoboszlai or Wirtz? Ooh, from distance, I mean, you'd probably say Szoboszlai just hasn't shown it enough for Liverpool. I don't know. They've both got a pretty good shot on him, haven't they? On the road, FC, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Road to Henry, I think that Borough should sign Steve Cooper, but Borough have had a good team and Carrick's tactics were bad. Okay. Abs Scousman, how does Roberto Martinez keep getting top international teams? Actually, how does he keep getting them? I mean, Belgium, he probably should have done better with Belgium, shouldn't he, really? Ronaldo will score with a pen, calling it. Everyone bet on Ronaldo to score. Reveal clothing. Thoughts on Joe Bellingham going to Dortmund? He should have stayed in the Prem for at least one season. Look, I think Dortmund getting him is a really good signing for them. Joe Bellingham evidently wants to follow the path his brother had. And why not? Good luck to him. HGTXV, is this your full-time job now? Yes, it is, mate, yeah. Philippines, as a Real Madrid fan, I personally would have took Wirtz over Jude all day. Don't really rate Jude, to be honest. Oh, they already had Jude, didn't they? So didn't have much choice in that. Not a good game from Germany so far. No, it's not. Abs 2018 World Cup was Belgian trophy. Chapo, Russell Martin to Rangers. Thoughts? I think a bad decision from Rangers overall. Yeah, bad decision. Nick Nack, I tell you what, Frimpong is a good signing. He still isn't the right back I would have gone for. I would have gone for a slightly different approach, but given that he's gone for Frimpong and Kerkez, it makes me think that Slot wants a completely different Liverpool team next season. I think you're going to look at a totally different system. I think he's going to have those guys very, very high, and it almost... I am absolutely certain if I'd put everything I own on this, Liverpool will sign a CDM in this window. I would be amazed if we don't at this point. Because if you've got Kerkez and Frimpong high, you need cover, you need a proper sweeper, and I don't think Gravenberch is that, and I don't think McAllister is that. Szoboszlai certainly isn't that. So I don't know who it is. I don't know who it's going to be. Unless Slot looks at Bajcetic and thinks Bajcetic is a definite Premier League proven player, which I wouldn't disagree with, by the way. I really like Bajcetic. Nick Nack, extra time and pens going, by the way. It could well be. Yeah. Frimpong's attacking stats are pretty sick. They are pretty sick. His attacking stats are very good. His defensive stats are quite good as well. There's a lot of people trying to tell you that Frimpong's not a good defender and he can't play right back. That's nonsense. That tells you everything you need to know about him. Abs, Russell Martin's girlfriend is Lucy Pinder. Is it really? Is it actually? No way. Do you remember Lucy Pinder, back of Nuts days, Nuts and Zoo? Oh, that was cracking. Do you know what, that was mad. We used to just buy Nuts and Zoo in like sixth form, and just like throw it on the counter just in the common room. Unbelievable, that. Great days. Nuts and Zoo. Reveal clothing. Klopp wanted Jude. How do you think he would have done in a Klopp side? I think he'd have been perfect in a Klopp side, but I think Klopp is maybe a little bit more of a... I think he manages egos a lot better. He doesn't really do egos, Jurgen Klopp. And I think Jude Bellingham going to Madrid says an awful lot about him. And I think same with Trent, to be honest, and the same with Mbappe. On the front of nuts every week, yeah. 2 down, but 3 still running. A draw at full time will give me a headache, but my bank manager will be getting migraines. Pure loyalist, my money's on Portugal, but as I've said, I don't gamble, as I won a wife the last time. Joe Stowe, do you think Bissek will move to the Prem? I would love him at Liverpool. I love Bissek at Liverpool. He's such a good player. He's absolutely brilliant. Can play right centre-back, can play right-back. He's exactly what I would want at Liverpool. When I said I would love us to go for a different right-back, I'd have preferred Bissek to Frimpong. And I'm happy to be proven wrong on that one, but I loved what I saw from Bissek this season. Knick-knack, those Norks must be sacking a bit now, though. Well, he still wouldn't say no, would you? He'd still be high-fiving strangers on the night bus. Chapo, who's the left-back user after? He plays for Bournemouth. It's Milos Kerkez, Hungarian player, plays for Bournemouth. Was probably the best left-back in the Premier League this season, or certainly one of them. And still only 21 years of age as well. 21 years of age. So, Hungarian, shares an agent with Szoboszlai. It's very close to being done. So, 40 million quid there or thereabouts. Good deal for Liverpool. If we get him, we get Frimpong for both under 40 million quid. We've done incredibly well. Has Wirtz been good? He's done all right. Yeah, I think he's created a couple of clear chances for Germany. He's done nice little 1-2s around the edge of the area. And it's been a decent performance for him. Without being fantastic, he has probably left a mark on Bruno Fernandes. He smashed into Bruno Fernandes and studied him. Abs, Frimpong, another City youth player let go. Yeah. City's academy's unreal, isn't it? But it happens when they buy up, they just go around buying up youth like the way they have. Knick-knack, Germany aren't all that right now, are they? They're not all that. Look at Nagelsmann with his little tash. I didn't see that. You little beauty. They seem to lack depth as well. I think they've got some options off the bench, but you're right. They're not. They're certainly not the team that they once were. Feels like they lack options up front as well. Like, Voltemade there's a lot expected of him, but yeah, feels like there's a bit of a dearth of centre forwards all over Europe, really. Like, it's mad. I was watching an interview last night with Christian Vieri. Now, if you ever remember Christian Vieri, he was one of the best centre forwards I've ever seen. Fabulous player. Was once a world record signing, wasn't he? Christian Vieri. 30 million quid, I think, from Lazio or Inter to Lazio. Or Lazio to Inter, was it? I can't remember where he was. But he was an unbelievable player, Christian Vieri. And he was talking how he spoke to Spalletti, the Italian manager, and he said that Moise Kean is probably the centre-forward that Italy go with for the World Cup. Moise Kean. And you would never have said that a couple of years ago with how his career was going at Everton. And look, I think Moise Kean's done very, very well for Fiorentina this season, but he's not the star, is he? He's not the star. He's not the centre-forward you would have for Italy leading the line in a World Cup. El Pese, quite a boring game. Who do you think takes it? Up to this point, I think it's going to go to extra time and pens. I think this might go the distance. Yeah, I think it might go the distance. Kayla beating Blueberry Wheaties. They're banging. Nice. Ben Hughes, what channel is this on? It's on Amazon Prime, Ben. We're doing the watch along. Obviously, you can come and check us out on YouTube as well. If you're watching on YouTube, again, it's half time, so I'm not going to say sorry for promoting this. But if you haven't yet, if you're watching us, we're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok, we're live on X, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. On TikTok, you get a slightly different view. Everyone else gets the scoreboard and the goal animations and the clock and the better quality camera, the better quality audio. You get the full experience on YouTube. TikTok gets a slightly different one. But we've got a load of games coming up where we're doing live watch-alongs every single day on this channel. We're doing the Nations League game tomorrow night, France against Spain. We're doing the Nations League playoff, third place playoff, and the final as well, whoever it may be between. We're doing the World Cup qualifiers, Andorra against England. We're doing Finland against the Netherlands, Wales against Liechtenstein. There's some friendlies next week. We're also going to be doing the Club World Cup, of course. 2 games a day from the 14th of June all the way up to the early part of July. Pretty much 2 games a day in the FIFA Club World Cup. And you can catch them all with us. We're doing watch-alongs on our channel, Premier League Dad. Go and check it out on YouTube. Massive thank you to everyone that has gone and supported and clicked like and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't clicked like, please do click like as well. Click like and comment. Nick Nack Vieri was the Italian Chris Wood. Do you remember Nick Nack? You seem like the sort of world-wizened football custodian. I think you're the sort of guy who would know about Jared Borghetti. Do you remember Jared Borghetti? He reminded me a lot. He was the Mexican Christian Vieri. But yeah, just seeing as we're naming random in nationality versions of Christian Vieri, I agree. Chris Wood, Christian Vieri, Jared Borghetti was another one. Litigation, remember spammers, hit the like. Razine, so far not excited and not bored as well. I think it's time for Vitinha to come on. Hope it won't go for extra time. I have a busy schedule tomorrow. Gotta need to wake up early. I think there's going to be some changes. There's going to be some changes at half time, I would imagine. Nick Nack, they need to get Ronaldo off. Must be like playing with 10 men. You've got a real thing for Ronaldo, haven't you? You really don't like him at the minute. Abs Bruno will be his masters. Nicolas Arno, that new Portugal uniform doesn't feel like Portugal at all. It feels like I'm watching Switzerland. Do you know, I was going to say that. The kit doesn't look right, does it? It's too red and white. There's not enough green on it. And it's a bit... Usually Portugal's red is like a dark red. Doesn't quite strike me as the right... But that Germany kit is banging. I love that Germany kit. I might have to get that behind me for next year. We're refreshing all of these. So we might have to get a Germany kit for next year. Borghetti, don't remember him. See, he played for Bolton briefly. He scored one of the best goals one of the best headed goals I have ever seen in the World Cup 2002. Sorry, he played for Mexico. Jared Borghetti. He was old by the time he got to Bolton, but yeah, he scored one of the best headed goals ever. Search Jared Borghetti header World Cup, top goal. Razine Slako Vincic is having a laugh. Hope Michael Oliver officiates well for Spain and France. Is that who it is, Michael Oliver? Abs, this match is a glamorous friend. Ben Hughes, they had Fulkrug up front last World Cup. That says it all. I think Fulkrug, I think was a... I think he's getting on, obviously, and he's not done well at West Ham, but I feel like he's actually a lot better than maybe his time at West Ham has shown. Reveal clothing. Is Wirtz really worth 120 million plus though? He's worth 120 million plus if Liverpool go on and win the league next year. And he's a central part of that, which he would be, wouldn't he? If Liverpool win the league, he's obviously played a central part in it. So yeah, 120 million for a player who's 20, what is he, 22? 21, 22, 23, however old he is. Like, he's a young player. You got bags of time to get out of him. I also think at the age and the profile of player he is, I think we could resell him and probably not lose all that much. Like, worst case, let's say he comes and he just does okay. We could probably sell him for 80 to 90 million again next year. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's still a market for Florian Wirtz in Germany. They'd take him back. Nick Nack, interesting Vieri fact. He only scored one more goal for Italy than Crouch did for England. Now, but I just wonder whether or not that was... Because Vieri was a little bit... Obviously, he's quite a bit before Crouch. But Vieri didn't really play all that many... Like, it feels like Crouch was part of the time when friendlies became a lot more commonplace. Crouch was a very good player, though. He was another one that was underrated. I really liked Crouchy. Abs Club World Cup on Channel 5, yes. Alan, are you doing the under-21s or the Women's Euros? We're doing both. The under-21 championships we are doing. That's later this month. And we're doing the Women's Euros, which is July. We're not going to be doing all the Women's Euros, but we are going to be doing some of the Women's Euros. And as well as some of the pre-season fixtures that are coming up as well. There's quite a few people asked about them. And to be honest, for July, I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're just going to ask people. I'll just do a poll. We'll just do a poll and we'll ask people, what games do you want us to watch? And you can tell me. Yeah, you can tell me what games you want us to watch. HB, Roberto Martinez playing Ruben Neves in the middle over Vitinha. João Neves at fullback and Leao on the bench is pretty strange to me. Well, I mean, Roberto Martinez is pretty strange, isn't he? He's that guy. He is that guy. Right, Portugal, free kick, and it was stopped short. Germany clear it away. Ben Hughes, wasn't Christian Vieri the one who missed a sitter when South Korea robbed Italy in 2002? I think there was a few, to be honest, wasn't there? There was a few. Caleb Premdad, I know you don't like chocolate, but do you like Oreo? I don't know. I don't mind chocolate. I just don't like. I don't like Oreo. No, I don't like dark chocolate. I don't really like biscuits. Again, you wouldn't think it to look at me, but yeah, no, I don't really. Ronaldo far post should score. Oh, he's gutted. He's raging. It was a ball from the left-hand side. Who put that in? Oh, do you know what? Again, you're looking at that and you're thinking to yourself, take another couple of years off him. Ronaldo scores there. He reaches that, but he's 40. And you know, he should have scored there. He really should have scored there. Abs, how come all the ladies don't want to play for England no more? I think a part of it is Serena Wiegman has dropped a couple of players, and it just feels like it's like a changing of the guard a little bit. And maybe the squad, you know, the harmony in the squad isn't all right. Lee Oxley, yes, I have, mate. I've paid for it. It's on Prime. It is on Prime. Razine, what is your opinion on David Coote's situation? What is my opinion on David Coote's situation? I guess it's quite sad, and I think that people deserve an opportunity to I don't know. I guess it's your view. How do you view, you know, giving people an opportunity to turn the life around? They've made a mistake. Do you believe in punishments and just that's it? Oh, Germany, Wirtz. Oh, they've scored. It's our mate. It's Florian Wirtz. What a goal. Florian Wirtz puts Germany 1-0 up. Get in there. Oh, what a goal that is. What a goal that is. And Portugal are angry. Portugal are raging. But Wirtz has done it. Wirtz has done it. Get in. What a goal. It was a great pass, but Wirtz with the header. That's why you pay 120 million for him. In answer to the question earlier. Is Wirtz worth 120 million? Of course he is. He drifts in from the right-hand side. He does a little 1-2. He's miles onside. Little 1-2. Runs into the box. Goes in. Bang. Great little header. Who is it who passes it to him? Is it Kimmich? It's a wonderful header. Curling header inside of the far post. It's Kimmich with a little dinked pass. And Wirtz, bang. Great header. Gorgeous header. Nowhere near offside. And he puts Germany 1-0 up. There he is. What a player he is. What a player. Reveal clothing. Boca Juniors new kit is quality. Get it on your shop. I want a Boca Juniors kit. I really want a Boca Juniors kit. I'm going to do that next year. There's a real appeal here. I don't know why the Portuguese players. There is a check. The referee's, you know, he's just having a little look to see. There is a check. I don't know why they'd be checking though. Why are you checking? What are you possibly checking for? The ref's saying wait. There's going to be a check. Why are we checking? Wirtz was onside. The only thing I can think is that the player. Oh, the ref's going to go and have a look at it here. What are they looking at? What are they actually looking at? I wonder, because I've not got the commentary on, but I wonder if maybe there was a player who was offside who was blocking a Portuguese defender. Oh, yeah, do you know what? That's going to get ruled out. It's going to get ruled out. Oh, he's given the goal! He's given the goal! He's told Portugal to leg it. And he's going to go and send... Oh, he's going to go and book Roberto Martinez. Roberto Martinez ain't happy. I've got to level with you. I think that shouldn't have stood. This referee's bad. We talk about Premier League referees being bad. This guy's been bad. That goal shouldn't stand. I've got massive sympathy. I have got massive sympathy with Portugal there. I love Florian Wirtz. He's just scored a great goal, but I don't think that should have stood. I've got to say. That should have been ruled out. Knick-knack, how do you curl in a header? Never had that talent myself. Oh, here we go. Portugal down the right-hand side. Chance for them. Cleared away by Germany. Now the game might be a touch more open. That's going to be a free kick. Oh, honestly, this is getting bad now. Florian Wirtz done really well there. But the referee is about to send Roberto Martinez off, I think, here. He might send him off if he's not careful. No, it's another one of the Portuguese coaching staff who's been booked. But they're raging. Everything is going Germany's way. Knick-knack, any ref who tells VAR to do one gets my respect. Ruben Dias. I'm not sure that one was a foul. This ref's having an absolute shocker. Blanchmeister, what's the score? It's 1-0 to Germany. Florian Wirtz with the goal. Caleb, let the ref live his life. He made a mistake, but at least he's working and putting dinner on the table for his kids. Exactly, yeah, that's it. Your man's offside. No, he's not, sunshine. The ref's only watched one replay. The ref made his mind up before. He knows. Florian Wirtz, what a player. What an absolutely sensational player he is. Right, there you go. We've hidden them again. Roberto's jacket looks a bit tight. Hey, listen, it's all the that beautiful Portuguese fresh food. Although saying that, the last time I went to Portugal, I've told this story before, but I went watching Liverpool against Porto in the Champions League final, and they served me this thing. We went to Porto, and they said, "Oh, you've got to try this local delicacy. You've got to try it. It's called the francesinha. You have to try it. All of the Porto locals eat it. We all eat it in Porto." And I was like, what's the francesinha? What is it? And he described it to me as basically like a ham and cheese sandwich with a bit of gravy on top. Oh, they call English food bad. That is bad. I mean, maybe I just had a bad version of it. But goodness me, the francesinha. If you haven't tried it and you go to Portugal and you go to Porto, specifically to Porto, that's where they do the francesinha. And it's, it's a mad food. Cheese and ham on toast. It's a cheese and ham toasty, and then they put an extra layer of bechamel cheese on top, and then they pour like it's not even a gravy, it's more like a tomato-y gravy on top. It's a bit. Caleb, did Liverpool win in Porto? They did, 5-0. I was there for it. Yeah, 5-0, and it was absolutely bouncing it down with rain. It was pissing it down. It was shocking. I've never been that wet. Lee Oxley just bought the match Amazon Prime. Yep, we did too, mate. Ball into the box from Germany. It's cleared away. Well, I'll tell you something. Based on tonight, I actually think the winner of the Nations League probably plays tomorrow. The winner for the Nations League probably plays tomorrow, don't they? France or Spain. I think either of them two beat either of these two. Would you agree with that? Is that me being a little bit too... Have I jumped the gun? Trent, 10 mil, what a deal for Madrid. Yeah, very good deal for Madrid. Reveal Clothing, your thoughts on Turkey for 30 mil? Gotta be a bargain. He's a good player, Turkey, but I think Turkey is about the level of Mateus Cunha. I think they're about the same. You'll find out next season. I think that Cunha and Turkey are about on a level. They're both very, very talented players between the lines. But I don't know if I look at Turkey and think match winner, consistent match winner. He's one of them that turns up when he wants to, which isn't really the player that City need. Cunha's like that too. So I think what we'll see next season with Cunha and Turkey is some unbelievable moments, and you'll probably have these little stat noobs creating compilations on YouTube of every flick and trick, and they'll pull off a few moments across the season. You'll have them thinking they're absolutely fantastic, ignoring the fact that maybe in 60% of games they're walking around and throwing their arms up in the air because they can't be bothered. So Turkey's a good signing at 30 million. I think he's decent value for City. I don't think he starts for him though. I could be surprised. He's got talent. It's a bit like Sancho. Lots of talent, not got the application. And talent is nothing without application. Ooh, shot from the edge of the area there. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's given a goal kick. Oh, this referee. Oh, this referee's on an absolute mad one. Bruno Fernandes with a shot from distance. Big deflection. Goes wide for the corner. And same thing happened in the first half. The referee says goal kick. This referee. Oh, they are raging with him, Portugal. They are raging with him. Ronnie Dodge, my cards is on Spain to win it. Lee Oxley, Spain are a good side. I think it is going to be Spain, actually, yeah. Ruben Neves has got a yellow card there. Caleb, I think Spain win tomorrow and then beat Germany in the final. FM No Casuals, got to say credit to Trent in how he handled the situation. Loyalty, resilience and consistency. Don't wind me up. Don't try and wind me up. Isaac, Newcastle are linked with Barcola, although I think it will be unlikely. Newcastle aren't signing them sorts of players, Isaac. No. Newcastle are operating in a couple of tiers below the Barcolas of this world. You don't go from winning the Champions League with PSG to Newcastle. Evening, Q. Yeah, good evening, mate. Good to see you, as always. Not when you're trying to wind me up, man. Knick-knack, you're probably right there. Maybe it's just a bad game. To get 15 goals in a struggling Wolves team is good going. I know, but the logic in that is that, and I understand where you're coming from. I get it. The logic in that is that it's because he scored that for Wolves that he'll be able to do much better for Man United. But I think it's a completely different type of situation. Wolves play actually much better football than Man United. Wolves are much better on the eye. They play that. Look at the midfielders that Cunha has behind him. And do you know what? Look at the wing backs. Look at the width. Look at the width that he had at Wolves. Aït-Nouri and Semedo are, in my opinion, two of the best wing backs in the league. Aït-Nouri's about to go to City. Semedo played for Barcelona. He's been brilliant for Wolves. So, I think Semedo and Aït-Nouri as wing backs, lots of width, very, very fast counter-attacking side, Wolves, and I just think that he's got players behind him as well, like Andre and Gomez, players who I think really, really they do wonderfully well behind him for Wolves, and that makes a big difference for him. It creates lots of space. He hasn't got that at Man United. Playing in a completely different setup. 27 in 65 for Cunha last 2 seasons. Well, listen, it'll be interesting to see if it translates. I just don't think it will. I think he's going to be playing in a completely different system for one, but in a completely different side that doesn't maximise his strengths. Gnabry is coming on, and Fulkrug is coming on for Voltamade. Joe Stowe, Newcastle hater. I'm joking, Key. I was hoping to catch you with that one. I was hoping I'd catch you with that one. Why do you hate Newcastle? Isaac, I kind of want Elanga though. Now, Elanga to Newcastle would be a very good signing. If Brian Mbeumo does bin you off, then Elanga would make a lot of sense to Newcastle. I like that. I've not heard of that one, but I like that thought. FM No Casuals holding out for this tenfold with Germany. Oh, I didn't have the courage to put this on tonight. I stayed away from this one. Pure Loyalist, that's it. Official. Martin to be Rangers manager. Bad move, but hope I get proved wrong. I hope so too, mate. But I don't think so. Caleb, doesn't Barcola have cancer? That's what I heard. I haven't heard that. No, I haven't heard that. I hope not. It's awful. Reveal Clothing, do you think Trent will flop in Madrid? Their fan base is ruthless. I think that Trent will struggle. Yes, I think he'll probably end up being in a side that wins something next season. But I think he'll end up getting moved on within 2 years. I think 18 months he'll probably be moved on. In the same way that McManaman was, Michael Owen, they all went there thinking that they were the big thing, and I just don't think that that's going to be the case with Trent. I think he'll either not adapt in Madrid, or if he does adapt, I think Real Madrid will find that he's not as good in the 1v1s as perhaps they need him to be in Alonso's system. Cristiano Ronaldo with a free kick opportunity here, about 40 yards out. I'm sure he's going to have a shot. There's an old AIG Man United top in the crowd there, just behind him. Here's Ronaldo from distance. Straight into the wall. That's poor. Claim for the handball. You're not going to get that from this ref, sunshine. Ronnie Dodge, I trust Cunha and Amas to get a connection more so than Dorgu. I think Amas is brilliant. Yeah, Amas is a fantastic player. I'm really surprised that United signed Dorgu. I would have kept Amas and not signed Dorgu. Ben, what was Vert's goal like? Really, really good. Little 1-2. He's been very sharp in between the lines all night, mate. And it was a little flick over the top. And he ran in behind. Oh my God, what a goal that is. Portugal 1-1. That is an absolutely sensational goal. That is absolutely unbelievable. Who scored that? Who scored that? Number 26. Is that Jota? Is that Jota? Who scored that? I can't believe what I've just witnessed here. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed here. Who is that? Conceição. Francisco Conceição. Wow. Honestly, that is an absolutely unbelievable goal. That's one of the best goals I've seen in a long, long time. Picks the ball up on the halfway line. Little drop of the shoulder. Cuts inside. I mean, Germany have got to do better. Germany have to do better there. They give him all the time in the world. But when he gets in that position, oh my God, 30 yards out, curled it. And you can just see the arc of the ball go straight into the top corner. Wonderful shot from Francisco Conceição. And his dad would be proud of that one. His dad would be proud of that one. Great goal, 1-1. Yeah, so basically Vert's goal, mate. Vert's got in behind and it was a header right into the bottom corner. Great goal. Reveal Clothing. Are we entering the Yamal and Doué era? Possibly, yeah. I think so. Yeah, Yamal and Doué with, you know, your Musialas, your Vertzes, Pedri. Philippines, told my friends all day Verts is going to be a problem for the Prem. I'm happy he's showing that now. Ronnie Dodge, I think Frimpong could be a weakness if he's really high in the pitch. I think if he is really high in the pitch, Liverpool will have a plan for someone else to sit a bit deep. Vixen 2, Doué is the next Neymar. I think he's better than that. Neymar's crap. Neymar's crap. He was awful. I don't know. Honestly, when anyone tells me they rate Neymar, it just tells me everything I need to know about their view on football. Everything about their view on football. Football was better quality in the 2000 to 2010 era than this generation. Agreed. The pre-Pep Guardiola era. Ben, Neymar is the most overrated player in the history of the game for me. Yeah, he's up there, isn't he? He's up there. What did he go for? £298 million in the end. Oh, must be. Ronaldo comes all the way through. Conte Sao. Must shoot. What are you doing? Hit it. Oh, Germany hanging on now. No kidding. Yeah, they can't get hold of it, can they? They can't get hold of it. Wirtz is playing very high, but he's isolated. They can't get the ball to him. Portugal are all over these now. Vixen, so you don't rate Neymar's dribbling? Yeah, he's a Brazilian player. They all dribble well. Like, it's great. Well done. Yeah, he's a good dribbler. Yeah, he's a good dribbler. Reveal clothing is systems ruining players' true potential. I think it's limiting players. Yeah, it's definitely limiting players. Pep Guardiola, they were talking about this on the overlap again the other day, where they were saying that Guardiola basically said he only wanted players to play within certain areas of the pitch, and basically it doesn't matter where the ball is, you do not leave this zone. That is your zone. You stay there. I don't want you in any other zone. You are staying in this zone. Like, it's a really rigid view of football, basically, and he gives players areas of the pitch to work within. Isaac, Eddie Howe can nurture Elanga into a beast, I think. I agree. Yeah, I think Elanga's already a beast, mate. Very good player. Another one United should have kept. Nick Nack, it's still anyone's game. Chimey, by the way, hopefully not football before CR7 and Messi was better. Yeah. Oh, it's 2. Is it 2? It's Ronnie. We said it'd be him. Ronnie's done it. Ronaldo scores. Portugal 2-1 up. Portugal are 2-1 up. There you go. Germany 1, Portugal 2. Ball in from the left-hand side. And that's really poor from Anton. Oh, there you go. 7 goals in 8 matches at 40 years of age. So there's people who's knocked him in the chat. All night, but there you go. That's how you do it. Is he onside? That's going to be the question. He's off. I'm going to rule that out. I'm going to take the decision and rule that out. I've taken it off the YouTube scoreboard. I have removed it from YouTube. It's off. It's back to 1-1. That is going to be ruled out. Ronaldo had to drop back. And again, you have to look at it and say, if he was 35 or even 30 or whatever, would he would have got himself back on side there. That's the legs. That's the mind. It's catching up with him. They've given the goal. How have they given the goal? How have they given the goal? How have they given the goal? How is that a goal? I don't understand football anymore. I have no idea what's going on. If that's not offside, I don't know what is. Can someone please tell me how that wasn't offside? We literally all saw that, right? How was that not offside? I am baffled. I am absolutely baffled. Game's gone. Ronnie Dodge, I wish we'd kept Elanga, but it's down to Ten Hag for not wanting to keep him at United. That's very true, yeah. It's another one of those players who just got away. Elanga, McTominay as well. There's players who United have let go far too soon. Reveal clothing, is the 2008 Ronaldo the best player to play in the Prem? No, I think you're talking about Suarez and Henry for that. Gerrard's probably not far behind, but Suarez and Henry, I think, are you two. There was probably a moment with Ronaldo, of course, yeah, that season at United where he was unplayable. There's probably been a few, to be honest, over the years in the Premier League. It's very tight, though, isn't it? Let's just watch this back. Who's drew them lines? Get out. Get out of town. No. That's that. I'm sorry. If that's semi-automated VAR, that's broken. That's absolute nonsense, that. That is absolute nonsense. All about when the pass was played, he never looked on at any point in the move. That is insane. I'm sorry. No chance. No chance. Marco, I said it, Ronaldo was going to score. You did. You called it, mate. Reveal clothing, Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or in that season. I know, but the Ballon d'Or doesn't mean anything. Ballon d'Or doesn't mean anything, mate. That's the problem. Ballon d'Or is I mean, Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or in 2001. 2002. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or and he never scored 20 Premier League goals. There's literally... You can name dozens of Premier League players who scored 20 goals in a season. Like, it's considered... Like, that's the base level. Oh, it's all Florian Wirtz now for Germany. Unlucky. He's taking it to Portugal on his own. Nick Nack, I need to see it again. Still not convinced. No, nor am I. Nor am I. I think that was a certain offside. I'm so surprised that didn't get given. Caleb, it's Ronnie. He finds a way for everything. Cristiano Corrupto. Well, 71 minutes gone. I wonder, can Germany get the way back into this now? Unknown, Florian showing off for us to get excited. Yeah, he's shown off, but he's putting just enough of a performance to get out, to wet the whistle, to whet the appetite. But he's made sure his team lose so that Bayer Leverkusen can't go, see, you're getting a world beater, give us the full 150. See, he's looking after us already, the lad. Ronnie Dodge, I don't know how to feel that we're giving Cunha the 10 shirt. That's Rooney and Charlton, Dennis Law. I think, honestly, I think you're going to have problems with Cunha. I think attitude's going to stink. I'm calling it now. Ronaldo's got to be the most disrespected player in the history of the game. Why do you feel like that? I don't think he's disrespected. I think Cristiano Ronaldo's sensational. I think he's the second best player. Probably the second best player we've seen in the last 30 years, for sure. But, I think it's not disrespectful to say he's not the best ever. It's not disrespectful. And any idea why Reinders is obsessed with Power Ranger? Reinders is obsessed with Power Ranger? I don't know anything about that. Ben, Cunha will be problematic. You can already see the negative headlines. I think you can see him training with the reserves in the season, at some point, can't you? Unknown FRX, Kirkes is such a top signing. We needed the most, personally. Yeah, Kirkes, great signing. Frimpong on the right. It's going to give Liverpool a lot of pace and energy down the wings, isn't it? Huge amount of pace and energy. And then maybe it does explain why we've signed Wirtz, with Wirtz and Salah now going... If Wirtz and Salah are going to play on the wide areas, they're probably going to end up kind of coming in like that, aren't they? They're going to come in and we're going to see Frimpong and Kirkes bombing up the touchlines. I think that's what we're going to see, yeah. Do you think Liverpool do it again? I really do. Yeah, I really do. I think we see Wirtz and Salah tucking in, and we see the centre-forward, whoever that may be, maybe even drifting back into midfield a little bit. So we might end up going out there and getting... I'd love to see us get Alvarez, but maybe it makes sense that we get an Ekitike. Ekitike does tend to drop a little bit as well. So, we'll see. Michael, if the semi-automated VAR comes to the Prem next season, then I think it'll cause a lot of issues and controversy. If giving decisions like that... This is the thing, you can't... They're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. They've got the technology. If they use the technology, we can see there's issues with it. If they don't use the technology, then people are complaining about the refs. They can't really win. And look, we've just seen clear as day with the semi-automated lines that Ronaldo was onside. And yet we here in the chat, we're watching this and we're thinking, there's no way that's onside. No way that was onside. Portugal coming forward again here, down the right-hand side. Cleared away. Unlucky. Do you think Liverpool does it again? I do. I do think so. Next season, the Prem will be so competitive. Absolutely, it will. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, here we go. Germany again. Oh, bit too heavy. Bit too heavy. Nick Nack, you can't deny that Portugal deserve to be ahead. But he does look off on the replay. Shoulder at least. Oh, well. Do you know what? They probably deserve to be in front just for that Conceição goal. I think he's been different class since he's come in. And I remember watching him at Ajax and thinking there was a player in there. I watched him at Porto. And obviously his dad was there, wasn't he? And Sergio Conceição was a little bit like, is this just, dad giving lad a go sort of thing? But there is a real player in there. There's a real player in there. Definite ability. Whether or not he realises that potential or not, it's, Bobby, thoughts on Kelleher? Top goalkeeper. Brentford have done very, very well to get him. And I think it makes sense because now that sweetens the Wirtz deal, doesn't it? So we benefit, Leverkusen benefit, Brentford benefit. Everyone wins. Here's Gnabry down the left-hand side. Chance for Germany here. Unknown FRX. I can't wait for Nunes to be sold. He had my nut in this season. I love Darwin Núñez. I'll follow his career after this because I really like Darwin Núñez. I think for sure he's gonna end up kicking on somewhere. He'll go somewhere and do really well. I hope he doesn't go to Saudi. I'd like to see him go to Atletico Madrid. I think that place is tailor-made for him under Simeone. Really, really good opportunity. Caleb, I think Kelleher is better than Mamardashvili. I watched him a couple of times ago. Kelleher is better. Not me. Mamardashvili is better than Kelleher. Mamardashvili is insane. Look, watch the saves that Mamardashvili is. Just type in YouTube, to be honest. I don't always say this for, judging a player, but seriously, watch Mamardashvili save compilation this season. There's like 5 or 6 Yashin contenders. The guy's absolutely unbelievable. He's massive as well. Isaac, options or opinions on Trafford possibly to Newcastle? Well, he was allegedly close to signing for Newcastle last season, wasn't he, Trafford? And he didn't end up going. And I just think that Trafford, he's probably going to stick at Burnley, isn't he? Why would he leave? He's got Premier League football. He's the number one there. The undisputed number one there. You could argue he might have a chance of World Cup success or World Cup squad if he goes to Newcastle. But I think he'd want assurances, wouldn't he? He'd want assurances that they're going to drop Nick Pope or they're going to sell Nick Pope. If they sell Nick Pope, then maybe there's an option there. But Burnley aren't going to sell him cheap. Not going to sell him cheap. Unknown, I backed him so much, but I can't no more. I don't even necessarily think it's about the fans backing him, mate. I honestly just think that Arne Slot doesn't rate him, and Jurgen Klopp didn't rate him, and that doesn't mean that a player's bad. It just means that the managers don't rate him. I really do. I like Darwin Núñez, and I think he'll do well somewhere else. Just the way that Diego Forlan did, another Uruguayan who came to the Premier League and flopped. There's a lot of similarities there. And Diego Forlan ended up winning, the Pichichi with Villarreal and Atletico Madrid. He was one of the best players in Spain. So I can see that happening again with Darwin Núñez. Brandon, how's Wirtz playing? Yeah, very good. Yeah, very, very good. That's going to be a yellow card for Jonathan Tah. Yeah, Wirtz has played well. He's scored. I think he's been Germany's best player tonight. Without being exceptional, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's been unbelievable, but he's scored and he's been Germany's best player. Portugal they've dominated Germany in the second half. Absolutely dominated them. Isaac, there have been links for Pope to Leeds, apparently. Yeah, I've heard that. Whether or not that's true, but if Pope does go, then I could maybe see Trafford coming in. That would make sense. Caleb Oblak is a very underrated keeper in my opinion at Atletico. I'm not sure he's underrated. Many people would include him in the top 3, top 5 in the world, wouldn't they? I don't think he's any higher than that though, is he? Like, I don't think he's better than Alisson. I don't think he's better than Courtois. But he's a very good keeper. And I think everyone would name him in the top 5, wouldn't they? Unknown, FRX, not sure about you, but I think we could get Gyökeres. No. That's like the one signing I don't want Liverpool to make. If I'll take anyone at centre forward, whoever Arne Slot. I'm at the point where if Arne Slot and the Liverpool recruitment team says, I think we should go and sign Kiefer Moore from Sheffield United for £100 million, I would really, really go for it and say, fine, no problem, let's go and get him. Kiefer Moore next season for Liverpool, great. I'll back that to the hilt. Oh, but I don't want us to sign Gyökeres. I really don't want us to sign Gyökeres. Jonah, Ronaldo will score another. Well, Germany are pushing forward here. There's still a chance for Germany to get that equaliser. We're in the last 10 minutes here. Pope is a great keeper, says Isaac, in my opinion, but just isn't as good with the ball at his feet. Yeah, a lot of keepers find it that way, don't... Oh, my God, unbelievable. Conceição again, very nearly making it 3-1 there. Oh, this kid. That's a great piece of play from Conceição down the right-hand side. Cuts in, left foot. Again, if he keeps playing like this, Conceição, there'll be a market for him. There'll be a market for him. He's... Yeah, Francisco Conceição, very, very good player. How old is he? 22. 22. He's only got 3 goals playing for Juventus in 26 games. So, goals have not been his forte, but if he can add goals to his game... Oh, Gnabry off the post. Germany coming back into it. If Conceição can add goals to his game, there's a player in there. There really is. It was outside of the post, but Gnabry, left-footed, was never beating Costa. Unknown FRX, really, why? Oh, about Gyökeres, mate, he's so overrated. Gyökeres is so overrated, he really is. Neto's coming off here. Oh, it was Adeyemi. Didn't Gnabry come on earlier, though? Didn't Gnabry come on? I'm sure I saw Gnabry. Adeyemi came on as well. Sorry. I didn't know Adeyemi had come on. The only ones I'd seen was Fulkrug, Gnabry. I must have missed the Adeyemi and Nemesha coming on. Jota's just come on for Neto. Florian Wirtz, it looks like, playing the full 90. Litigation, Cantona's arrogance was great to watch. Oh, here we go. Wirtz and Bruno Fernandes having a little ruck here. Wirtz has been booked. Hey, he's definitely 100%. Oh, yes, we love him. We love him. Florian Wirtz, he's just stamped on Bruno Fernandes. He's already studied him in the first half of the game. Yes, love that. Love that. Put that little rat on the floor. Go on, lad. Yes, get at him. Florian Wirtz. He's just been booked. Who was it he dropped? Was it Bruno Fernandes? I think it was Fernandes, wasn't it? Or was it? Oh, it's Bernardo Silva. Even better. Even better. The other rat. Oh, Ruben Dias has been sent off here. What's happened? Has he been sent off? No. No. It's just Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz has been booked. Oh, Bernardo Silva. He's a little wronging him, isn't he? He's an absolute wronging. He's an absolute wronging. Abs Big Ron breaks Liverpool and Germany hearts. You will walk alone. Reveal clothing. Does Yamal win the Ballon d'Or before Mbappe? Again, it depends on next season, really, doesn't it? I think the world is desperate for Mbappe to... I say the world is. I think the marketing, the journalists, the PR people, the advertising agencies, they're desperate for Mbappe to win it, aren't they? He's the next superstar. But then Yamal, they want someone they can. They want another Ronaldo v Messi, don't they? So they're trying to cultivate that. Jordy, how do you see Newcastle go, or how do you see next season go for Newcastle? I think probably the same thing as what happened with you last time you qualified for the Champions League, which is you probably do well in the Champions League and you have a decent season in it, but you miss out on the Champions League again. So I think Newcastle are likely to finish maybe 6th or 7th next season, but they'll probably do what Villa did and go to the quarter-final or something. They'll do all right in the Champions League. So I think real success for Newcastle would be finishing 5th and qualifying for the Champions League and just having a decent season in the Champions League. That would be good for Newcastle. I just don't see it. I think I really, really thought Mbeumo would go to Newcastle, and I was hoping he would, actually. So I thought Mbeumo at Newcastle would be a phenomenal signing for them. I don't know who they get now. That would be an adequate right wing. There are right wingers out there, don't get me wrong, but I just thought Mbeumo was absolutely perfect for him. I thought they were perfect for him. Isaac, I think the one thing Newcastle really need is depth at the moment, especially with the extra game, and that's it. Yeah, that is it. That's why I'm saying 7th. I'm not being harsh. I really like Newcastle, but I think anything happens to Isak, you're goosed. Harvey Barnes is not an adequate replacement for Anthony Gordon, I don't think. Josh Murphy or Jacob, it's one of the Murphys, I can't remember which Murphy it is you've got. Murphy is just not a Champions League right winger, even though he was absolutely exceptional this season. I think it's unlikely he does that again. So you need better on that right side. You need better in midfield. Anything beyond those three. I mean, Lewis Miley's a talented young player, but he's not going to win you the Champions League or getting you, higher up in the Premier League. You need better in midfield. He can't be having Longstaff and Miley coming in. The defence is a big problem. I think Botman is a good centre back, but far too often he's out injured. Shah and Byrne, they're on the wrong side of 30. Injuries will catch up with him. Trippier is an awful player. Lewis Hall, good player, injured quite a bit this season. Livramento, very good player. Potentially could be going to City. So and then the goalkeeper, Nick Pope, you need work there. So feels like Newcastle are maybe 6 or 7 players away from being a really top Premier League side again. And as much as I like them, not a top. Let me rephrase that. They're already a top Premier League side. But for them to kick on, that's what I meant. For them to kick on, I think they're gonna have to do better. They need some more. And it's probably 6 or 7 players to get them in that position. And that's I honestly believe that Villa have the better side. Man for man, if you offered me Villa's squad or Newcastle squad, I would rather Villa's squad. I think Villa have a better side than Newcastle, and they're more complete and probably more likely to finish. Oh, what a save that is! What an unbelievable save that is! Germany should be that should be out. They should be out. Portugal have just missed an absolute sitter from 6 yards out. It was Conceição again. Oh, he's playing unbelievably well, Conceição. Ronaldo, oh my God. Conceição, I'm telling you, if he can do this regularly, we are looking at maybe a future top right winger. Seriously. Conceição, he doesn't have the numbers. There'll be people laughing at this assertion, but this is a top performance from Conceição. He's scored an absolute wonder goal, and he's tearing Germany apart. He is absolutely tearing them apart down that right-hand side. It's a great save, that by ter Stegen, by the way. Ronaldo's going off here, substitution. He's leaving the pitch. He's handed the captaincy over. Adam Monteith, do you think United will sign Osimhen? No, I don't think so. Not if you sign Mbeumo. Abs, the Premier is at its lowest level Newcastle can write off the England Cups and have a good year. Alfie, how have Bruno and Wirtz played? Wirtz has been exceptional. He scored a great goal, and he's probably been Germany's best player without being brilliant. You know, I said exceptional. He's not been exceptional. He's been Germany's best player. He scored a very good goal. I think, and that's the thing I would say about him. Bruno's not done anything, really. Bruno's not done anything tonight. And yet Portugal are 2-1 up. So there you go. Michael Wirtz has been putting himself about and has got a yellow card. No kidding. It was on Bernardo Silva and Bruno. He's had 2 rucks with tonight. Liverpool fans will love that. Pure Loyalist, looks like my prediction is definitely on. You called it, mate. You called it. Chimey, never judge a player on a cup game performance. I'm not saying Liverpool should go out and sign him for big bucks. All I'm saying is that he's 22 years of age. He's barely played, really, for Porto and Juve. When he has played, he's not really pulled up any trees. But at 22 years of age, I think there's a player in there. I really do. There's a lot of players who peak a little bit later. And based purely on the pace, the dribbling ability, and his finishing tonight, Christ. The crossing, he's created so many chances. I think he's been brilliant. Gustav, Reinders to City, thoughts? Very good signing for City, that I think. Yeah, very, very good signing for City. Good player. Been a very good player for AC Milan. Isaac, to be fair, I think our midfield is class, just need more depth. Exactly. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Isaac. Will, thoughts on Newport County? Oh, Newport County was one of the most, maybe responsible for one of the most boring games of football I watched last season on this channel. Corner to Germany, 1 second. We will pick back up on Newport County. Corner to Germany, swung in, far post, all the way through. Really, really poor corner. Really poor corner. Oh, what was he given? There's a claim for a penalty there from Fulkrug. What's the claim for? Let's see. You're not getting a penalty for that. Have a day off. Have a day off. Come on. Sorry, yeah, thoughts on Newport County. It's been a rough season for Newport, hasn't it? I mean, like I said, it was a very, very bad game that we saw him. We saw him in earlier in this season. I can't remember what game it was actually. But did you end up going down? Did you go down? I don't think you did go down, did you? Will, what you watching? Yeah, Germany versus Portugal, mate. Abs, if England play them at the World Cup, England wins. I stayed up by a point. Wow, okay. Portugal again down the right-hand side here. Again, my mate, Conceição. Ruben Dias with a shot. It's gone behind. That's going to be a corner. It wasn't Dias, it was Palhinha, that one. Palhinha, Vitinha. Knick-knack for 120 million. There needs to be a player in there. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Michael, I certainly don't think Wirtz is worth the money Liverpool are prepared to pay for him. That's a hell of a lot of money for one player. Well, it depends whether or not he's a game changer. And I think on tonight's evidence, I think he is. I think Germany are a pretty average side here. On tonight's evidence, they're a pretty average side, aren't they? Surrounded by a few, sprinkled with a few bits of individual talent, and Wirtz is one of those. Tonight he scored. I think Wirtz has done his job, to be honest. I think Wirtz has had a pretty good performance, if I'm really honest. Look at him there. He's just been kicked to crap as well, and he's got straight back up and run up the other end of the pitch. I think Wirtz is going to be a Premier League superstar. I really do. We're into the 94th minute here. It's very, very near to full time. Portugal get the ball back. Germany have fluffed it here. It could be 3-1 here. Could be 3-1, and it is 3-1. Oh, no, great save. How's he kept that out? Ter Stegen's been Germany's man of the match as it stands, actually. And there you go. Portugal are through. It's finished. Portugal are into the Euro Nations final. UEFA Nations League final. There you go. Ruben Dias delighted. Germany collapsed to the pitch. Not a good night for them. Not a good night. Wirtz got done there. He did, didn't he? He got absolutely kicked. Reveal clothing. We say we have the best league in the world, but hardly produce any Ballon d'Or winners. Why is that? I think because we're just not sensational enough, if I'm honest. I think the Ballon d'Or is voted for by journalists in the most part. It's heavily influenced by journalists in France. So, yeah, it feels like it's a lot of it's very political. Knick-knack, Portugal should have had 5 or 6, but you get 6 years out of Wirtz plus a sell-on fee, and it's probably money well spent. I agree, yeah. I think we'll get a good few years out of him. Pure loyalist, well, folks, thanks again. Always an enjoyable time in the chat. Much appreciated. All the best, Kieran. Speak soon. Stub, have a good night, all. Take it easy, lads. Have a very good night. Yeah, I'll be wrapping up and finishing up soon as well. Isaac, looking forward to the derby again, though. Newcastle versus Sunderland. Absolutely. Yeah, the old-time weird derby. Love that. Samir deserved win from the second half. Yeah, they did. I think Portugal deserved that. Conceição, okay, look at that. Nagelsmann went over to Conceição there and said, some performance from you that. You could see. He was unbelievable off the bench there, Conceição. Razine, good night, mate. See you tomorrow. We're excited for Spain-France. Great game, by the way, mate. The great game, lost, but still. That's it. Take it easy, all. Cheers, Kate. Knick-knack, always good to have you, mate. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night for Spain v France. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, 6:30. Spain against France in the Nations League semi-final to see who's going to be playing Portugal. I'll catch you all tomorrow night. Have a lovely night, whatever you're doing. And, yeah, take it easy.